for the South, head coach Carl Tesmer feels his team has the ability to throw the ball as well as mix it up with a run. It's July, it's hot, and we kick off the 2005 football season next. From Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska, NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, presents the 47th annual Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic. Tonight, it's the red versus the white as these all-stars from across the state compete in their final high school game. Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Kugler. Welcome to Seacrest Field. Now, you may be wondering, gosh, why are these guys at Seacrest Field for the Shrine Bowl? It's usually at Memorial Stadium. Well, Memorial Stadium undergoing some renovations, new field turf being put down this summer in preparation for the Huskers' 2005 campaign. So we've moved east to Seacrest Field here in Lincoln, but the 47th annual Shrine Bowl, new venue, same great football. We're looking forward to a wonderful night. Working with me, my partner, Adrian Fiala. Aid, all right, what do you see? The keys to tonight's game?
Right here. Water and ice, Kevin, and rotation. You got to have plenty of water and plenty of ice to stay cool. Water to keep hydrated. Very important to play safely and effectively tonight. Rotation to keep players fresh. The North squad, I tell you what, they're going to run the wing tee. That's an old offense, but there's a lot of zigzag in it, a lot of misdirection. It'll put a lot of pressure on the South team defense. The South will throw the football, put a lot of pressure on the North team defense, and that secondary is going to be running, Kevin. So again, water, ice, and rotation. Those are the keys to tonight's challenge in this football game.
Now, it should be a great game tonight. Now, before the broadcast, the three of us on the crew drew straws. Who gets to go down on the field? Guess who got the short straw? Here's Larry Putney.
I always get the short straw. I don't know. 106-degree air temperature, the field temperature 110 plus. Now, I spoke with the officials before the game, and they said they do have scheduled water breaks planned. They're going to do it at about the halfway point of each quarter, so about the 6-minute mark. They won't break anybody's momentum, but they do plan on taking breaks to give the players a little bit of break. Now, one final note, the game being played here at Seacrest instead of Memorial probably is a blessing because here at Seacrest, both end zones are open and we're getting a very nice breeze through to keep it a little bit cooler.
Cooler being the key, Larry. It's still pretty warm. The 47th annual Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic coming up next on NET Sports.
All across the state, Nebraskans use electricity every day. And that electricity is 100% publicly owned. So profits don't go to stockholders, but are returned to Nebraskans. And because the power is supplied to Nebraskans by Nebraskans, it's reliable. Always there when you need us. NPPD, together with your local public power utility.
Programming is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Gwen Eiffel and the nation's top journalists examine the stories on America's front page and on your front burner. Insight from the inside, Washington Week.
Friday night at 7 Central Time on NET1.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we're going to take a look at controlling a couple of summer lawn diseases. John Watkins and Jennifer Chalky help us with solutions to summer patch and brown patch. We'll also take a look at keeping your lawn well watered with hose end sprinklers. All that and your gardening questions answered. You won't want to miss Backyard Farmer, Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, right here on NET1.
You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska, the site of the 47th annual Shrine Bowl Classic, along with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney. I'm Kevin Kugler. Great to have you with us this evening as we get set to close out the careers of about 70 of the best high schoolers the state had to offer. Weather tonight, we've talked about it just a moment ago. It is indeed hot. 104 degrees at kickoff, sunny skies, a southwest wind at 19 miles an hour. The humidity somewhat low at 25%. I guess that's the saving grace, but when it's 104 degrees, it's 104 degrees, and it's downright hot. So hydration, they mentioned, is going to be key tonight for both of these teams. Let's take a look at the officials. Key for the officials as well. Those guys are running around out there. Al Janovic, the referee out of Norfolk. Jeff Curtin out of Omaha, their umpire. Scott Washington from Seward is the head linesman. Colin Moss, Bellevue, the line judge. And Russell Gray out of Omaha is the back judge tonight for this Shrine Bowl Classic, where the red team, which is the north team, will take on the white team, which is the south team here this evening. As Larry mentioned, rather, there will be water breaks every quarter to give these guys a chance to try to stay as hydrated as possible. The toss being done on the field. Let's go downstairs and find out what's going on from Larry Putney. Larry?
Well, guys, the toss just took place, and the white team won the toss. They will defer and not take the ball, so the red team will have the choice, and the red team has chosen to defend the south goal, so they're going to take the wind and not the ball, which means the white team, which won and deferred, gets the ball in the first half, and the white team also will have choice then to start the second half.
And Kevin, it also means the white team, which likes to throw the football, be throwing against a very brisk wind. You talked about that 19-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. They'll be throwing against that here in the first quarter.
So they'll be going into that wind. The red team trying to play the advantage. The north team trying to, they have the chance for the ball, but they will kick off, and so we'll see that south offense, which will feature Nebraska recruit Jeff Sauter. We'll talk about that in a moment. Carl Tesmer, he's the head coach of the South All-Stars tonight out of Hastings St. Cecilia, the head coach at Hastings St. Cecilia, and running the show for the South All-Stars tonight.
29 years in coaching, 27 winning years.
And on the north side, Ron Mimick out of David City Aquinas, the head coach for the North All-Stars.
15 years at David City Aquinas, 3 state championships, 93, 94, 97, runner-up in 92. Graduated from Wayne State, played in the 75 Shrine Bowl, did Ron Mimick. They'll run that wing T offense, Kevin. We talked about a zigzag misdirection offense, puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defenses.
And big offensive lines for both of these squads tonight, Ed. You're looking at, it's interesting, and you and I always look at this before Shrine games. It's interesting to compare, say, 5, 10, 15 years ago in the Shrine Bowl. You didn't see this size on the offensive line. There's some big boys out there.
Not anywhere close to it, Kevin. The South team offensive line averages 280 pounds per man. Adam Welch, their right tackle, 6'4", 300. Tyler Peterson, their left tackle, 6'6", 295. They are huge across the front. The North team offense, their offensive line averages just right at 260. Brock Simonson, their right tackle, huge. You look at Casey Bender at 6'6", 245. Craig Parent, the offensive center, and a great one that he is, 6'4", 280 pounds. Again, the conditions today, Kevin, will be extreme on those big guys up front. They're going to have to stay fresh, stay rotated, stay hydrated, and a little bag of ice every now and then when they come off the field.
Maybe we can find that bag of ice you had down there when we were getting ready to get this game started.
That bag of ice is now a bag of water, let me tell you.
It was pretty close in the 3 minutes we were down there chatting to melting all apart.
Incredible.
Well, it is going to be a warm night, but it should be a great night for football, and it's always exciting to get the football season kicked off with the Shrine Bowl Classic. Back for the South squad, Joe Howell Burke will be the deep man with the kickoff coming from the North squad. With a wind at their back, Howell Burke may have a chance to play it. He'll be at the goal line.
And don't be surprised to see the kickoff go far into the end zone. I was watching the kicker, Jordan Allegria, kicking off in pregame, and he was kicking off from the 25-yard line with the wind at his back and kicking it all the way to the goal line. He's number 80. He has lined it up. The ball is on the tee. We're ready to go here.
Allegria, who will walk on to Nebraska in the fall, try to get into the mix with David Dykes and Jordan Congdon in that kicking battle. Approaching the football, and we're underway. Allegria's kickoff, and Howell Burke 9 yards deep in the end zone. The touchback out to the 20-yard line, and that's where the South All-Stars will start with Marcus Sladek, the quarterback, Robert Wesley, and Jeff Sauter in the backfield. Mitch Oskren, the wide receiver, along with Anthony Ritten, and your tight end, Mark Schmeckley. Adam Welch, Zach Mines, Dane Melson, Mike Siriaco, and Tyler Peterson on the offensive line, that big offensive line for the South All-Stars. And let's see how they fare going into this wind. And we're just about ready to get it started. Motion coming from Mitchell Oskren to the right side, and the give up the middle on first down. Robert Wesley takes it out to the 21-yard line. Good play made defensively now for the North All-Stars. Your starters, Stephen Bujita, Caleb Tyler, Tyler Roach, and Jordan Allegria along that defensive line. Jason Zapka, Aaron Cooksley, Ryan Malachik, David Shohan, Jeff Mimick, Austin Vermelade, and Sterling Ostrander, the backs and linebackers for the North All-Stars. Second down and 9, the ball on the 21-yard line. Brandon Dondlinger split out wide. Oskren out there as well. Backs in the eye. And the give over the right side, trying to find some running room, and not much there for Tyler Jones. He'll take it out to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Underneath it all, number 24, Jeff Mimick, his second straight tackle on the afternoon. Again, the North team just basically jammed up that left side. The South squad trying to find their pace right now. Ran that motion play, the first play, came back to the opposite side there. Again, that misdirection that we talked about. This time simply just an eye-back isolation right off the right-hand side there for very, very little game.
Sladek will go into the shotgun on 3rd down. 4 wide receivers split out, 2 to either side. On 3rd down and 4 from the 26. Sladek to throw, and it's almost intercepted. And if it's pulled in by Jeff Mimick, it's 6 points. He had it right in the breadbasket and couldn't pull it in.
Trying to get the ball to Jeff Sauter in the slot down there. Did Sladek, and Mimick just staying at home. Here it is again. Watch 24 right there. This would be a great shot. See him staying right at home, checking his receiver, that quick glance to the left, and just cuts in front of Sauter. And you're right, Kevin. He's going to see this tape and go, oh my goodness sakes alive. I had 6 points all tucked in my pocket and ready to go.
One that certainly Mimick will look back on and say, ouch. Time to punt, so 3 and out on the first drive for the South All-Stars. Low snap. And a wobbly punt off the side of the foot of Caleb Hunenfeld. And it'll roll down at the 41-yard line of the South All-Stars. Big field position change. And the North offense with great field position. Let's look at your starting lineup for the North All-Stars. Tyler Sudbeck at quarterback, Seth Marouz and Willie Mack, the halfbacks. Luke Levisky, the fullback, Derek Augustine and Dante Shackelford, the tight end and split end respectively. On the line, Brock Simonson, Grant Hayek, Craig Parent, Jake McGlade, and Casey Bender. First down and 10, the ball on the 41-yard line, Aid. Great field position.
You bet. Great field position. I'm not sure if it may have been Stephen Bujita might have gotten a little bit of a hand on that punt. Don't know for sure about that. It was right in my line of sight right there, Kevin. But be that as it may, great field position.
First down and 10. Sudbeck to throw, wings it out at the 37-yard line, and not much movement forward for Dante Shackelford. He'll stack up at the 38-yard line, a pickup of 2.5 yards. And let's look at the defensive starters for the South All-Stars. Caleb Hunenfeld, Tyler Peterson, Jeremy Young, and Paul Finicaro. Your defensive line. Backs and linebackers, Justin Weezer, Joe Howell-Burke, Jim Taverdi, Matt Greenway, Michael Krychek, Pat Smith, and Drew Cheney. The backs and linebackers for the South All-Stars. Second down and 8, the ball on the 38 of the South. No score, just underway in this first quarter. Sudbeck, motion man coming around, and Willie Mack will try to sweep it around the left side, and he cannot get away from Hunenfeld. Great tackle in the backfield by Caleb Hunenfeld.
Caleb Hunenfeld from Aurora, headed to either UNL or UNO this fall. Great pursuit. Pulled him down from the backside. Hunenfeld, two-time state champion wrestling, one weight category at 189, the other at 215. Here he comes right there. Worked off the block very nicely. You learn that from wrestling. The wrestling and football go hand in hand as he works off the block and makes an excellent tackle for a loss.
Hunenfeld, a guy with options. He can go to either UNL or UNO on an academic ride. Third down and 10 from the 40. Sudbeck on the roll. Now he'll tuck it and run. Sudbeck down at the 35-yard line. Tackle out there for the South All-Stars made by, I believe, number 63, Tyler Peterson, but it'll be fourth down.
Fourth down, ball at about the 35-yard line. And looks like the North team's bringing in a play. I wondered if they were going to check on Allegria maybe to bring him in and kick. He'll have it. Here he is. Jordan Allegria.
Hey, nice job, D. Nice job.
Going in the ball game.
Well,
got about a 20-mile-an-hour wind, Kevin. He's sure within his range. Allegria, again, one of the better high school kickers. State record in field goals, career field goals, 14 of 21 in his career at North Platte.
You know, he's a guy that can certainly boom it from a long ways out. This would be close to a 51-yarder with the wind. And depending on exact placement, this would be a boomer for Jordan Allegria. But he certainly has the leg. Great extra point kicker, the punter for North Platte as well.
Plus, he's used to kicking under pressure this past year. He kicked 2 game-winning field goals, so no stranger to the kind of pressure you need or you have when you're trying to kick the ball through the uprights. So he's setting up back there. Ball will be spotted right about probably about 42.
Be a 52-yarder.
52-yarder.
And it is going to be down at the 42-yard line. So a 52-yard field goal try for Jordan Allegria with a stiff wind at his back.
You notice the defense maybe thinking fake here. Nobody's really back deep in terms of maybe trying to field it.
And Allegria will try the field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is plenty good. Jordan Allegria, a 52-yard field goal, and that would have been good from 62.
Exactly, Kevin. The longest field goal in the Shrine Bowl history back in 2000, 54 yards by Ryan Larson. So Jordan just 2 yards short of the Shrine Bowl record. But what a kick, what a kick. If he'd had another, if the goalpost would have been back another 10, 15 yards, it's still good. Wonderful effort.
Watch this again. And right now you can hear Bill Callahan's eyebrows raising a bit as he watches a guy who's walking on. Boom, one from 52 yards out.
A good job by that North offensive line to hold their blocks, make the good snap, make the good hold, get the kick up, and put 3 points on the board.
3-0 the lead for the North All-Stars. 8:37 remaining in this first quarter. And Allegria, with, I'm guessing, a fair amount of adrenaline coursing through his veins, he'll get ready to kick it off. Joe Howell-Burke, maybe optimistically hoping for a return back at the goal line.
Well, good field position, pressure on the kicking game, results in points on the board for the North squad.
Allegria ready to go. Allegria's kick well into the end zone, and back out to the 20-yard line will go the South All-Stars, down 3-0, and barely able to settle in here at Seacrest Field.
Well, they're going to try to generate some offense now. Again, going against that brisk wind right straight in their face out of the south at about 19 to 20 miles an hour. It's a hot wind, and again, their best ability is to throw the football, and they're going to have to throw the ball into the teeth of that wind. Makes it very, very tough here in the first quarter with about 8:37 left.
Tyler Jones leading the charge here up the middle, taking on the tackle from Yusef Vincent and bowling forward from the 20 just across the 25-yard line. Good run on first down for the Millard West grad, and it's second down and medium range, 4 yards for the South offense.
Vincent out of Lincoln High, excellent defender for Lincoln High, 88 tackles this year. Steps up in the hole, makes the hit, slows the runner down, gets a little help from his buddies. Gain of about, call it 6.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Wesley now the tailback in the eye. Roll out by Slotnick. The throw juggled and incomplete. Ritten trying to pull it in, and a good hit laid on Ritten on that sideline by number 46 Willie Meck, and it's third down and 4.
Sprint out to the left-hand side by Sedbeck. Looking to get outside. He's got an open man there, but just cannot. Ritten cannot hold on to it, and then to make sure, Willie Meck over there, he lowers the boom, knocks the ball loose, creates third down.
Third down and 4, 7:55 left first quarter. Trips to the right side. They'll toss it to the right to Tyler Jones, trying to get to the corner, and he will not get there. Good pursuit by the North team defense. Meck in on the tackle. Also Caleb Tyler down at the bottom of that pile, and it's fourth down.
And a great job by 82 Levi Stamer out of Grand Island. He kept the play inside, Kevin. He did his job as a defensive end over there, kept the play inside, and made sure that nobody got to the corner. So he really created the tackle inside. Fourth down, we saw what happened last time. Let's see if the North can pressure the kicker this time and get the same result here. Good field position.
Hunefeld the punt. Has a little more time, gets it into that wind, and it hits a brick wall when it hits that wind. Taken at the 44-yard line and room to run. The middle, Jason Zabka now down the sidelines and finally shoved out inside the 25. Jason Zabka, the up man on the punt return, broke a big one, and field position favors the North again.
And Kevin, I want to tell you, we talked about Allegria's ability to kick. You watch this block, number 80. It'll be at the bottom of your screen. It'll be coming right there. Holy moly, Jordan Allegria just takes the 2x4 out and whacks the defender. I'm not sure who the defender was, didn't get the name or the number of the defender, but Allegria, maybe we'll see it here. Allegria just cleans the clock right here into no man's land. It was number 25, Jim Taverdi from Waverly, who was the victim of that block.
Alex Hall on the first down carry, and Hall takes it down to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 2. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putnam.
Jordan, what are you more proud of, that hit you just made or the 52-yard field goal?
Oh, definitely the hit. Being a linebacker, that's all you want to do is just big hits. Kick's nice, yeah, but I don't know. It just sends a chill down your back.
From how far back would that field goal have been good?
Oh, in warm-ups, I was kicking from 70, so.
And making them?
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Kevin, he had 223 tackles on the year, did Allegria. And but those are the kind of hits you love.
Carry up the middle by Luke Levisky on 2nd and 9. Levisky takes it down near the 17-yard line, in between the 18 and 17. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the North All-Stars, already leading 3-0 midway through this first quarter from the Shrine Bowl at Seacrest Field in Lincoln. Monte Shackelford bringing in the play from Ron Mimick and the coaching staff on the sidelines. 3rd down and 4 from the 17. Sudbeck ready, and the give, not much up the middle for Levisky this time. Good penetration coming right up the gut from Kyle Davison, big former Kearney Bearcat, just right underneath that play, and it's 4th down.
Kearney Bearcat scheduled to go to University of Nebraska Kearney this year, play football there on a scholarship. Excellent penetration, as you said, Kevin, working off that block off the right guard over there from actually from Parent and Hayek. And another field goal attempt here by Allegria.
This one a chip shot, so to speak, for his leg, a 34-yarder on the near side hash. Good from 52 a moment ago. Allegria waiting. The kick is up, and the kick is good. He's 2 for 2 from 52 and from 34. Jordan Allegria leading this Shrine Bowl 6-0.
Give credit to Jeff Sullivan, the holder that time. The snap was a little bit poor, down to the left, kind of a floater. He was able to get the ball, get the floater up, get it, the laces headed to the goalpost, and put it down correctly.
Let's go downstairs to Larry Putnam. Larry?
Thanks, Kevin. You know, Jason Ty Prout was honored posthumously with the parade marshal of the Shrine Bowl parade. His wife, Stacy, and her daughters were on the parade. What was that like for you this morning, being on the...
It was terrific. We had such a great time. It was a real thrill and honor for the girls and I to be able to go out there and support the Shriners and everything that they stand for with helping kids across our state. So it was really neat.
Talk about the support you've received from the entire Nebraska community since the death of your husband who was shot in Omaha.
My community of Omaha just reached out to us and everybody across the state. The girls received gifts and presents and teddy bears and so much support. And we still get a lot of support now, even from people across the state. And I get recognized when I go places, and everybody's just so warm and so sincere. And it's been really nice for us.
You had a rare opportunity this week to go with the Red Squad up to Chicago to visit one of the Shriners hospitals. Talk about that.
It was really, it was nice to see those players who, you know, the best athletes in our state, getting down on their hands and knees and playing with these children who, through the Shriners hospitals, are given opportunities and striving for hope and all of that it entails. And just to see the players and the kids and their faces just light up when these football players walk in the room was really incredible. And it was a very humbling experience, so it was really neat.
Stacey, thanks very much for your time. Your courage really inspires the entire state, so thank you very much.
Well, we certainly echo those sentiments as Jordan Allegria booms another kickoff. Joe Howell-Burke not even going to waste time looking at that one. It hits the goalpost, and it'll be out to the 20-yard line. So far, the decision to take the wind in this first quarter really looking like a good decision for the North All-Stars.
In terms of rocket scientists, there are a bunch of them on the North team. Without a doubt, Kevin, it really has been an advantageous decision. As Allegria, if you're going to pick a most outstanding player for the first quarter in this game, Jordan Allegria certainly fits that bill.
See what the South All-Stars can do. 3rd time with the football. Robert Wesley, the tailback. And he'll get the carry. Wesley trying to get up the middle and nothing doing. Sterling Ostrander just blew through an opening and stuffed Wesley after about a half-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and long.
Ostrander from Gordon, Nebraska, headed to Chadron State this fall. Excellent defender. Is a defensive all-state at linebacker this year. And again, he's very active in rodeo, and he looked like he was bulldogging somebody right there as he makes the tackle into, well, for a short, actually just a short gain, 1-yard gain.
2nd down and 9 from the 21. The give up the middle again and nothing doing. Good tough running by Tyler Jones, but again, Ostrander right in there to get a hold of Jones at the point of, well, really at the line of scrimmage, and Jones fighting ahead for a couple of yards, still 3rd and long.
South team wanted to throw the ball. They threw it very well. You're going to just see again power football here, attempted power football, but again, the North team just staying at home, staying in the gaps, making the plays. But the win not only has helped, obviously, the North team in terms of field position and scoring, Kevin, but it's also helped them on defense because it's taken the South team out of their offense. They just cannot throw the ball effectively against this brisk wind.
Out of the gun on 3rd down and 6. Sudbeck, or rather Sladek, going to run, and Sladek's going to have the 1st down. Good run by Sladek. Saw the field open up, and he takes it to the 32-yard line for a 1st down.
Good coverage downfield. Everybody is covered up man for man, and there was a wide open gap there in the middle as you watch Sladek here. Sees everything open. Maybe it's set that way. I'm not so sure. Maybe that play wasn't set that way. He was looking downfield. I know he was looking over here to the right side, but he set up like it was, you know, just that fake and let's go with it, almost like the quarterback draw.
Jeff Souter, the fullback, Tyler Jones, the tailback. Jones gets the carry, trying to bounce it outside, and not a lot of running room again against so far a very tough North team defense. In the bottom of that pile, Ryan Malachek leading the charge for the North. 2nd and 8.
North team defense really flowing to the football very, very well. They're covering the gap as they need to cover the gaps, and then working off the blocks and flowing to the football. Saw it right there. Good pursuit. Short gain there, maybe about 3.5, 4 yards. 2nd down, and let's call it about 6, maybe 7 yards.
Give to Wesley going to the outside, trying to get away. Wesley tripped up in the backfield. The big man got him. Tyler Roach, 230-pound defensive end out of Elkhorn, just got him around the ankles, and a big loss on the play back to the 31-yard line, and it's 3rd down. And about 12 yards for a 1st, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, a great job by number 54, Josh Kramer out of North Platte St. Patrick's. He's right there. See him. He's going to get to the outside. You see him. He's filling out. He's keeping that corner intact. Just short of making the tackle. Roach gets there for the tackle, but Kramer also, they're headed to Chadron State this year. 29 tackles for a loss for Kramer this year.
Donlinger and Oskren split out wide to the left. Backs of the eye set on 3rd down. Sladek will run. Not going to have a lot of room, and he's shoved out of bounds near the 36-yard line. A pickup of 5 yards, but well shy of a 1st, 4th and 7. And time to punt again for the South All-Stars.
Once again, the North team defense holds and creates 4th down. Again, Slottick looking. Everything's covered in the secondary. He's got to go, get to the outside. Comes up just a bit short here as that pursuit again. In this hot weather, pursuit is very difficult to do time after time, but the North team continues to do that.
Unefeld the punt. It's off a decent kick this time. Taken back at the 23-yard line by Levi Stamer. Dancing around, and not a lot of running room for Stamer. Good coverage by the South team special teams unit. Stopped down near the 29-yard line. Well, we've kicked off the 2005 football season tonight. That means we're only a few weeks away from the opening of the 2005 Husker season. Join us Tuesday, August 30th for our preseason Big Red Wrap-Up as we take a closer look at the upcoming season. Joining me again this year, this guy, my partner Adrian Fiala, along with Huskers Illustrated's Sean Callahan. Mark your fall calendars for Big Red Wrap-Up every Tuesday night live at 7 Central, beginning August 30th with our preseason show right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports. New quarterback in on the first play. Sullivan airs it out to Shackelford, and it's incomplete at the 43-yard line. Coverage by Wes Kamek out in that corner spot. And the North All-Stars going long on the first play from scrimmage for the new quarterback, Jeff Sullivan, out of Norfolk High.
Sullivan trying to get it out deep. It's kind of interesting how this game has unfolded here, because we've seen this North team who was getting, run the wing tee, and they're supposedly going to run the ball a lot, run a lot of misdirection. Well, they've thrown the ball a little bit here too, but they've taken advantage of that win. You saw Jeff Sullivan put it up. He passed for 1,280 yards, 11 touchdowns this year. Ball just over the reach of Dante Shackelford downfield. Dante, first-team Super State All-Nebraska player this year. Dante headed for Iowa Central Community College. He'll play football there this fall. So first down now.
First down and 5. The illegal formation against the South team defense, our first penalty of the night. And so a first down and 5 for the North All-Stars. Sullivan under center. And the toss to the motion man, Seth Marouz, trying to bounce it to the outside. Marouz, some tough running, and he stopped very close to a first down. Looks to be about a half-yard shy. It'll be second and about that half-yard for the North All-Stars.
And if there's a young man in the ball game who knows what this game is all about and what it's for, it's that guy right there, number 32, Seth Marouz, out of Fremont, Bergen. His sister Hillary, 14 years of her life spent at the Shriners Hospital overcoming a bone disorder and a muscle disorder, and now she's out and active and leading a very good life. So Seth Marouz, again, tough kid, 6 foot, 170 pounds, 175 pounds it is, headed to Wesleyan this fall, academic scholarship. He'll play football there also. He's about 4 inches short of a first down.
So it will be second and even shorter than that half yard that I was guesstimating. So second and just those 4 inches.
What, these?
Well, I could use them. Missing out on I was half a foot.
Your eyesight is well, actually, Kevin, is pretty good.
Another year older, and it's all falling apart for me now. Second and very short with 1:41 remaining in this first quarter. 6-0. The North All-Stars leading the South All-Stars. The North having their way here in this first quarter with the South, and Jeff Sauter trying to get his team fired up on that South side.
Second down and 4 inches. What do you do? Air it up here? I'd take a chance, throw one long, throw one deep, or just get the first down.
Second down and very short. They'll try to just get the first down, and boy, barely got that ball out of his hands, and Luke Leviski turns it into a nice play. Sullivan got sandwiched immediately as he handed it off, but Leviski took it over the right side and gains good yardage out near the 47 for a first down.
Kyle Davison, 75, almost in the backfield as quickly as there he is right there, making that hit on Leviski, or a check it on Sullivan, and almost creates the fumble there. But again, the exchange was made, first down picked up, and the North continues on its trek.
First down and 10, waning moments of this first quarter, a 6-0 lead for the North. Sullivan to throw, too high, intended out there for Derek Augustine, his tight end. Jeff Sauter on the coverage, and it's 2nd and 10.
Sauter on the coverage, as you said, Kevin. That was very, very close to being a pass interference call. See if we get a shot right here as you see Sullivan heading to the right side there. Yeah, see, he's on the body. He's not on the ball. He's on the body. That's very, very close, but no whistle. Let's go. Let's play next play.
2nd down and 10. Sullivan checking the plays on the armband.
All the phone numbers on there.
Check him. Call me after the game, guys. 2nd down and 10. 6-0 North All-Stars. A 52-yard and a 34-yard field goal by Jordan Allegria. The difference in this ball game so far.
Look at those helmets. A virtual cornucopia of decals, colors, all kinds of things.
Give right up the middle, and not a lot of running room up there, thanks in large part to the play of Danny Duttmer, who was there first to slow up Luke Leviski. Maybe a half yard, and that's all. It's 3rd down and a short 10, a long 9.
South team defense, a good job in this series, stopping this North offense. They gave up a couple of drives, just 3 points on each drive. Not so bad, but the field position a big factor there. But again, the South team defense stepping up here on this drive and maybe kind of getting the swing of the game right now. Not so much with their backs against the wall to start their defensive positions.
3rd down and 10 from the 48. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Sullivan rolls to the right, has some time. Down the sideline, has a man open, and he just overshot John Evans who had broken clear of the pack and had about a step and a half on the nearest defender. It's 4th down.
Excellent execution by the offensive line up front. This play's going to move to the right. There's play action to the right. Watch that pocket move. See how that pocket moves out there? Lots of time, lots of protection. Good job by the offensive line, but unfortunately the ball about 2 yards overthrown. Great job by the guys up front, though.
4th down, and it's time to punt. Leviski doing the punting chores for the North All-Stars. 13 seconds remaining first quarter, and a 6-0 lead for the North. Leviski gets it up in that wind, and bobbled at the 7-yard line. Ball is loose down there. Who's going to cover it? Joe Howell-Burke was the man back, and he gets on top of it, saving the day for the South All-Stars, who will have it 1st and 10 at their own 11.
You know, it's extremely tough on a day like today, conditions as they are with the heat and the wind, kind of a double-edged factor here. They try to field passes, field punts, field kickoffs, and Burke very lucky there, Howell-Burke very lucky there that his team retains possession of the ball. But once again, Kevin, the South is in a hole. They've started in a hole every series they have started here in the first quarter. They have been in a hole with just a few seconds left.
New quarterback into the game, Tyler Van Eperen. And he hands it off up the middle. Robert Wesley fighting for yardage. Good gain across the 15, down near the 17-yard line. And that's where we will come to a close in this first quarter from the Shrine Bowl in Lincoln. The North All-Stars, thanks to 2 field goals, lead it 6-0 after 1.
Programming is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
NET sports coverage of the 2005 Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic is brought to you in part by NPPD, always there when you need us. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Board, promoting soy biodiesel fuel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. Second quarter just underway, and on the first play, 2nd and 4, and a give right up the middle should be a 1st down for Dan Bargan. Pius Thunderbolt takes it across the 20 near the 22-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the South All-Stars.
Bargan right up the middle, rushed for over 1,800 yards, 27 touchdowns last year, averaged over 140 yards per game rushing. He's a tough player, played for Lincoln Pius, 10th state champs in B, coached by Tim Aylward. Great job last year. Underdogs against McCook. They came back and beat a great Jeff Gross coached McCook football team. One of the best games I think we've ever seen, Kevin.
From the 22, 1st down and 10, Tyler Van Eperen out of the gun with 4 wide receivers, and now the wind at his back. The give on the delay to Tyler Jones, and Tyler does a pretty good job just to get out of some big-time trouble. Looked like he was going to lose yardage, ends up picking up 1 yard at 2nd and 9.
Tyler Jones trying to get out of there, but he was corralled by Caleb Tyler from the North team. Caleb out of Grand Island, state wrestling champ at 275 last year, 37-0 on the year. Also was a Midwest Golden Gloves boxing champion. So Caleb Tyler, a big factor, number 66 in that last play, playing up there in the middle.
When you've been hit by the super heavyweight Golden Gloves champ, you probably know it.
You know it for sure.
3 wide to the right side, 2nd and 9 from the 23. Little screen pass out to Mitchell Oskren. Flag is down, and so is Oskren near the 33-yard line. We'll wait and see about the flag, but this play might be coming back.
The line judge down below us here, it might have been. We'll wait and see here as Aljanovic is going to check with the line judge and the umpire. Still not sure, still looking for a call here.
Discussing what this play might be. If it holds, it's a first down out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 10. A long discussion about this.
Oscar did a great job to skirt a tackle over there. He didn't have much room to operate on that far sideline, but he operated very well, skirted the tackle, got upfield, and picked up the first down by about a yard, as we're going to have a call here, we believe.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the South All-Stars. Wow.
Now, the question is it after the play?
That flag was thrown very early in the play.
Yeah, for that to strange.
An unsportsmanlike conduct call.
Dead ball. They pick up the first down and measured from where the ball was spotted, and I think that's probably what they're trying to determine here. It was before the play, after the play.
The flag came down before the completion, at least the one we saw, because it was down very early in the play. Aljanovic, the referee, still trying to sort this thing out with his crew. Where will the ball be spotted? We now know the call is an unsportsmanlike conduct call, but against whom
and now a procedure penalty. He just signaled illegal procedure, so that would be at the snap.
Let's take a look at what's happened to get us to this point so far. The scoring early in this game came from the left foot of Jordan Allegria. 52 yards out for the field goal. And Allegria got another shot. And again, perfect from 34 yards out. So Jordan Allegria, the guy that has put the North All-Stars in the lead 6-0. 2nd and 14 from the 18 after all that penalty strife, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Mitchell Oskren from Tyler Van Eperen, and it's 3rd down and 14.
And see that happen very often in Oskren's career at Holdridge. He caught 119 balls for over 1,700 yards. That ball was right there in the midst. It's a ball that he'll tell you I need to catch all the time. But that previous play, there was a procedure penalty which negated the play. So they take the 5 yards and creates that backward march, creates 3rd down here. But again, Oskren, or Mitch Oskren needs to make that catch. That's a catchable ball.
3rd down and 14, again out of the gun, Van Eperen. Rolling to the right, he's in trouble, throwing on the run, and it's incomplete. He had Jeff Souter out there near the sideline at the 25-yard line, but unable to connect. And it's 4th down from the 18-yard line, and the South All-Stars will have to punt again. You have to be impressed so far with this North team defense.
Really. Watch this, Kevin. There's going to be a couple of receivers right in the same area. A little mistake here in terms of the routes. See 2 receivers right there. Somebody had a wrong route there. I think it was probably the deeper receiver coming back. He saw his quarterback in trouble, tried to come back and help him out. Look at it.
Pressure on the punt, much better punt with the wind. Taken by Stamer. Across the 45, and Stamer down near the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10 coming for the North All-Stars. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I'm down here with Steve Johnson of the Nebraska Coaches Association. And Steve, you've got a couple big weekends coming up here. Why don't you tell us about what you have on tap?
A week from today, we have our boys and girls basketball teams check in. Got some outstanding talent. I was just talking to one yesterday, Josh Biltzler from Bellevue West, Zach Potter, who might have been here. He's playing for us next week, though, on Monday night. Volleyball checks in on Sunday. All-Star girls and boys basketball game are on Monday night at North Star. Volleyball on Tuesday night.
This is always a great weekend for basketball in the state because you really do get to see some of the best. I mean, not only do you see this in football, but then when you're tournaments or games come up, you get to see the best basketball and girls and boys, and also volleyball.
Volleyball this year, too, in the state of Nebraska is probably as good as it's ever been. When we look at our lineup, we have 26 kids, and I think 24 of them are going to Division I schools to play volleyball. We've got Jordan Larson coming in, Rachel Schwartz, Amanda Gates, the kids going to Nebraska. Allie Mendenhall, who conceivably is the best setter in the state this year from Lincoln Lutheran. So it's going to be a phenomenal weekend.
That will be a lot of fun. And then you added something new this year, softball.
We did. We had softball. The softball coaches came to us and asked us to promote a all-star softball. We added that this year. You know, probably the premier player on the softball is Molly Hill, who's coming to Nebraska. Pitched Wayne through an undefeated season in a Class B state championship. So she'll be pitching, and that'll be on Wednesday night. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday all-star game. So it's going to be a busy week next week. And a lot of fun. Coaches clinic.
That's it. Yeah, and your speaker?
Our headliner this year, Rulon Gardner, Olympic gold medalist, former Nebraska wrestler, finished with a bronze this year. And if you remember, at the end of his bronze medal match, took his shoes off and retired. So he'll be here. But Joe Glenn from Wyoming, the singing cowboy, you know, he'll be here. He's just a delightful person. So we're going to have a great week next. It starts a week from Monday, actually.
Have fun, Steve.
Hey, thanks, Larry.
Well, you'll see those games next Monday and Tuesday. All-Star girls basketball and boys basketball on Monday, and then All-Star volleyball on Tuesday. 7 Central for the volleyball, 6 and 8 for the basketball. Bretton Hunter, the new quarterback, had a man wide open at the 34-yard line and could not connect with Jared Makovica. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 40 for the North All-Stars.
Hunter in the ball game to start this series here for the North squad. Nimble little runner, very, very quick. A little bit tall on the pass to Makovica there, but still trying to find the bearing as far as the passing game goes as this North team continues to move down the field.
Brenton Hunter, who replaced Tyler Stevenson of Lincoln Northeast, who broke his leg. Stevenson not able to play, so Hunter gets the nod, and he's in to quarterback the squad with 2nd and 10. The handoff to the right side, and a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards over that right side for Adam Monkey out of Arlington. And it's 3rd down. We'll call it 8 to go for the first. Ball just over the 38-yard line. Got to get it right near the 30 for the first down.
Looks like a salad right there. Look at all those colors. The Waldorf salad, I think.
All the colors of the rainbow on those helmets.
They all exchange those decals. That's just part of the tradition that's developed between these teams.
3rd down and 8. Hunter on the keep, fumbles the football, and it is covered by the South All-Stars. Ball popped right out, and it looked like it popped right into the hands of Michael Krychek, and it's 1st down for the South in their first break of the evening.
Hunter trying to run the option play down the left-hand side of the line. He got popped right up high. Here it is right here. Wants to make a cut now right here, and he gets that hit right inside. Didn't see who that was, but great hit right there to pop it loose. And Krychek indeed was the guy who was in the right place at the right time and gets his team the football.
1st down and 10. South All-Stars trailing the North 6-0 with 8:35 remaining in this first half. From Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Memorial Stadium's field turf. Probably all seen the pictures of the multicolored field turf now that's being laid down at Memorial Stadium. Be ready for the September 3rd opener against Maine. From the 33 on 1st down. Van Epperen on the play fake, throws complete. A diving catch by Brandon Dondlinger at the 37-yard line. A pickup of 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Dondlinger out of Waverly High School caught 40 balls for over 500 yards. Great route here. Watch him 85 as we see the play action here. And 85 is going to run the route, run that back deep, and then come back about 3 or 4 yards on the route. Gets himself wide open and makes the grab just inside the fair line right there. And it creates 2nd and about 6.
Give up the middle on the delay to Dan Bargan, trying to pick his way over the right side down to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 3 for the South All-Stars, trying to get something going in this second quarter, trailing by 6. Got a good spot in between that 40 and 41-yard line. It's going to end up being closer to 3rd and 2 for the South All-Stars. Long 2. There's the temperature still right at the century mark. And we're at 7:20 in the evening.
Field temp 100 and the feet probably about 120.
Oh.
Feet burn on a day like this. They just goes right up the shins, right up the calves.
Give up the middle, and it's to the 42-yard line, a yard shy of the 1st down for Tyler Jones. And they're going to, will they need to measure? I don't believe they will. Pretty close to that angle, and it looks short.
Looks like it's about a half a yard short, almost about a yard short, Kevin, from my vantage point right here. Tyler Jones out of Millard West, 1,520 yards last fall. Averaged about 152 a game. It's a nice, healthy average for a running back to have on a per-game basis.
I'd say so. There's Carl Tesmer, the head coach.
Here we go now.
Hastings St. Cecilia coaching the South All-Stars tonight. And he's rolling the dice, going to go for it on 4th down and short from the 43. The give to the fullback, Allegria right there, and I do not know if he got it. Great play by Allegria, stuffing Troy Matthews.
I don't think he got it, Kevin. Allegria was, if they take it forward progress, he did not get it. Now they're going to measure.
They're going to bring in the chains. I'm with you, though, and I don't think he got this first down.
I think he's short by about a length of the football, the way it looks to me right here. Great job by Allegria. This young man, we talked about it earlier. He can kick, he can play defense, he can block. Well, I say this. I need these more than you do, Kevin. The spot
neither
is
one
going to
of us
give it to
were
him by the nose of the ball. My goodness. Here it is again, as Matthews looking to maybe go up inside there. Everything's jammed up, and Allegria is there to make the hit, and by some grace of God, the ball goes for a first down. But a great job by both players to battle and make it a play. Allegria to try to stop it, Matthews to pick up the first down.
Even more amazing when you consider that 2 days ago, Carl Tesmer did not think Matthews would play in this game. He's had a pretty bad hip flexor injury. A lot of hip driving going on there to get that first down.
He stayed right on it there.
On the draw, Tyler Jones with a big hole across midfield and down near the 49-yard line. Good gain on first down for Tyler Jones, an 8-yard pickup, but it's 2nd and 2.
It's a great play. The defense takes a look at that play. You see the quarterback step up, and maybe they're thinking some other play is coming around. So, watch, you see him step up, and he has that ball out there. Defense it takes about a step is all it takes for that play to develop. And then it's Tyler Jones taking the handoff right up the gut, almost picks up the first down.
Jones putting together a nice first half for the South All-Stars. Movement, and flags will fly. Like Mike Siriaco, the left guard, may have moved a little bit early. But was there motion to prompt that movement? Nope, it's going to be a dead ball, false start against the South All-Stars. So 2nd and 2 becomes 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it was Siriaco, the left guard. Siriaco, Bellevue East product, 6'2", 280 pounds. Headed to Drake this year, academic scholarship.
And he's a smart guy, too, because he made that initial move and he turned, but he didn't move any further. He thought, well, maybe if I just hold this here, nobody will notice that I'm not exactly lined up.
When you move out there, you're the only one. Unfortunately, it's glaring. It's a glaring move.
2nd down, 7. Van Epper to throw. Ritten with the catch across the 45. He's got the first down to the 43-yard line. Quick pass, quick completion, quick first down for Anthony Ritten and the South All-Stars.
Awfully tough to stop this kind of route unless as a defensive back you can get in there underneath the receiver. You'll see Van Epper in here. Just one step drop, bingo, get the ball out there. And everybody's moving upfield. Van Epper over 4,500 yards in his career passing at Holdridge. 4,500 yards and 44 touchdowns to go with it.
First down and 10. South on the move. First consistent drive they've put together so far. Let's go downstairs with Larry Putney standing by with the coach.
Thanks, with Coach Hale here. Like he's screaming his face. Coach Hale, what are we going to see here? Coach Hale's a little busy.
What he's seeing is his quarterback get popped late, and there's the flag. Allegria had Van Eperen around the ankles, and then coming in late, he's getting him up top. I believe it was Tyler Roach who got him high, and it'll be a personal foul roughing the passer against the North team defense. Or maybe intentional grounding.
Intentional
grounding. It is. Yep,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get him late. Instead, they did get the intentional grounding call.
Well, still some discussion going on. We've seen a lot of, almost kind of barbershop quality today out there as far as discussions between referees, players, and whatnot, as Al Janovec is checked with the Nord squad defensive captain, and they're going to mark it off here. Penalty for intentional grounding.
Would have been surprised had they declined that penalty.
Yes.
Would have been an odd move. They have accepted. It's back to the 46-yard line. To get a first down, they'll need to get it all the way to the North team 33.
A little bit of a problem there. The quarterback bouncing around off one of his blockers there, but again, nobody in the vicinity over there. Still inside the tackles. Intentional grounding, a correct call.
2nd and 21. Van Eperen rolls left, floats it out. It is caught at the 45-yard line and dropped right there is Brandon Dondlinger. And let's go back downstairs to Larry. He's back with the coach.
Gunny stretch. 69. Coach, what are we going to see here?
You see fade on the outside and deep outs on the inside receiver and deep outs.
He was talking belly stretch, fade 69. Kevin, I thought for a moment he was describing my waistline.
Except for that fade part, we were right there.
Yeah. That would be enlarged 69.
3rd down and 12 from the 45 out of the gun. Van Eperen to Souter at the 40. Souter to the 35 and banged out of bounds 2 yards shy of the first down. Jeff Souter, the Husker recruit, 2 yards short. Let's go back downstairs and see what they're going to do.
Right, lead right. Let's go get it.
You got things moving a little bit here. What are we going to see?
Huh?
You said you got things moving a little bit here. What are we going to see?
Just finding a few things that are working right now.
What are we going to see here?
Right after him here. Lead right at the linebacker.
Here we go with that lead, 4th and 2.
Exactly.
And it is going to be a first down, Dan Bargan, but a flag comes in late on the far side of the field. It's a big penalty flag here.
Absolutely, Kevin. Again, that play was designed to go up inside with that fullback leading up the right of the linebacker. Bargan kind of breaks it off. He saw daylight and room over there on the right side of the line behind number 73, Jeff Hoke, and decided to take it up there. It was a good decision because he made the first down. Now, will the play hold up? We saw the flag fly as another conversation is being had over there on the far side. Procedure penalty against the North. So, indeed it will.
So the discussion with Tyler Peterson and our referee Al Janovic as to what the South All-Stars want to do with that penalty. Either way, it's going to be a first down, and the penalty will be accepted, moving the ball down to the 30-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for the South offense. Really rolling here with 4:07 remaining in this first half, a 6-0 lead for the North.
That's the thing about the game thus far. Even though the North really has had the upper hand, they only have a 6-0 lead. Here's the play to talk about in a moment.
The give up the middle. Tyler Jones trying to find some running room, and he gets about 5 wrapped up around the ankles. Underneath that pile. Looks like the tackle made down there by Jared Makovica. Jeff Mimick also in on the play.
The North has had the advantage in the ball game principally because of wind and field position, but now the South here in the second quarter has been able to use the wind to their advantage. The passing game has come alive a little bit here in the second quarter. They moved the ball down the field, and they're just 6 points behind. You know, touchdown in the EP, extra point. They've got the lead as they continue to move.
Dondlinger and Oskren split wide to the left on 2nd and 5, and tripping Bargan will lose a couple of yards. Just stumbled as he tried to make his initial cut. They'll spot him down near the 28-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't see that happen too often. Dan Bargan, very tough player out of Lincoln Pius, we talked about earlier, as he just catches the turf here, looking to cut, catches the turf, catches a bit of a cleat right there, and goes down all too easily. And he doesn't go down easy. We've seen him play a number of times in the last 3 or 4 years. He's a tough runner and a tough kid.
3rd down and 8. 6-0 North All-Stars. Out of the gun goes Van Eperen. Has time, fires it out. Ritten trying to adjust on the ball, and he couldn't get back in time. It's 4th down.
Trying to run that defender. Ritten trying to run that defender down. Break it to the inside, spin back around. Watch it here as Van Eperen sets up well. Good blocking up front. Good job by Hoke out there to keep his defender outside. But again, Ritten down there trying to set that defender up and come back to the outside. The ball just a little bit too far thrown to the sideline. Creates 4th down, and now another field goal attempt. Set it up at the 35, Kevin.
45-yard try for Rick Bujita. His long this year for Kearney Catholic was 47. Remember, he's got that good wind at his back right in the middle of the field. And the ball low, a snap to handle for Tyler Van Eperen. Couldn't quite get it down in time, and Buzita kicks it low. So no points out of that drive, and a disappointment for the South.
Yeah, the ball was snapped right a little bit to the right and up towards under his armpit. Tough to get it down. He just really did not get a good set. Here's the snap. So there was another floater snap. And see, the ball went over to the right-hand side underneath the armpit of Van Eperen. And just not a chance to get it down and get a good set and give Buzita an opportunity to commit to make a good kick.
Well, a water break here with 2:31 remaining in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the North Team All-Stars, leading 6-0. Watch Backyard Farmer every Thursday night at 7 Central Time for all your lawn and gardening questions. Make your gardening easier with Backyard Farmer and NET1 Thursday nights at 7 Central. I know they're experts on Backyard Farmer. I'm not sure they have the answers to how to handle 105-degree heat. Keep your lawn from turning that lovely shade of brown. But they might. You can call them on Thursday and find out.
As a gardener, I know how to handle 105 heat.
Stay inside.
Stay indoors.
Let the garden die.
Let the automatic timer, the watering timer take care of things. Stay indoors and have a cool, refreshing beverage, and watch a little golf, watch a little football, watch whatever, but that's the key.
You know what? In the fall, it all turns brown anyway. Tyler Sudbeck back out at quarterback. Still 100 degrees down there. Not moving. I wonder if we just maybe glued that thermometer right at 100.
He's on the peg right now.
1st down and 10 from the 26-0 lead. Sudbeck back in, the starting quarterback. And a little bit of a reverse. The handoff eventually to Marouz, and Marouz battling for extra yardage, pops free and ends up with almost a 5-yard gain. Talk about tough running for Seth Marouz.
Pinball wizard down there, Seth Marouz, bouncing off everybody. Watch this. Reverse action here. They will throw a pass off of this play too, so set it up. He skirts attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 times. 5 guys a chance at him. Finally goes down.
Justin Weezer, finally the guy that could wrap him up. 2nd down and 5. Play fake. Sudbeck throws. Catch is made at the 30-yard line. Leviski with running room and finally banged out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Justin Weezer again with the big hit, but a 1st down and a flag down as well. Back at the 31.
Leviski coming out of the backfield from the fullback spot right there, kind of the outlet pass. Good setup that time by Sudbeck. Looking, and he dumps it off.
It's going to come back and block below the belt.
Yeah, below the knee. But again, well executed, and except for the penalty there as far as the block goes. But good job by Leviski to catch the football, head upfield, and make it all work.
Minute 44 remaining in this first half. It's 6-0. Lead on the board for the North All-Stars. They'll mark off the penalty from the spot, and that'll put the ball back in between the 22 and 23-yard lines. So instead of 2nd down and 5 or 1st down and 10 up near the 45-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 7 from just outside the 23-yard line.
Jordan Allegria taking a little bit of a break there on the bench. He's played a whale of a football game thus far, offensively, defensively, kicking. He's doing a great job.
2nd and 7. Give up the middle. Running room out there for Leviski again, and Leviski back out to the 45-yard line. Well, he was there at the end of that pass play, and he got right back out there on the ground.
He's saying the hot weather doesn't bother me, gang. Give me the football. I can catch it. I can run it. I can do whatever I need to do. Great block up inside there. And Leviski is off to the races, runs right by Wes Kamak right there. Leviski out of David City, Aquinas, over 1,100 yards last year. 1,149 to be specific.
1st down and 10 from the 45. Sudbeck, play fake. Downfield, he has a man out there. The catch is made at the 25-yard line. Still on his feet, Marouz is going to score. It's a touchdown. 55 yards from Sudbeck to Marouz, and the North on the board again.
Sudbeck passed for over 1,700 yards this year and 17 touchdowns. This one a long one. Downfield, as Kevin said to Marouz, but watch, you see it again. You're going to see a block at about the between the 15 and the 20-yard line by Dante Shackelford that springs Marouz for the touchdown. Great block by Shackelford. Second good block we've seen by Shackelford tonight.
A 12-0 advantage, and we'll see if the North All-Stars, after taking a timeout, decide to go for two. Let's watch the touchdown pass again.
Sets up well on play action to Sudbeck and lets it go. Marouz a good job in traffic. Watch the block here by 84, bottom of your screen, right there. So he takes the defender out of the play and lets Marouz just kind of cruise on into the end zone. Great job by Dante Shackelford. Not only a great football player, first-team Super State, first-team All-Nebraska this past year, but loves music and singing, jazz competition. Here it is again as Marouz runs well, and the seed runs well anyway. Gets it downfield, all thanks to Shackelford and that good block.
I believe that block from Shackelford was on Jeff Souter, who was coming to get back into the play. So even more impressive as you look at the scoring drive. 4 plays, 80 yards, a 55-yard touchdown pass to Seth Marouz. And now the North offense comes back out onto the field. They're going to go for 2 and try to make it a 2-touchdown lead with 1:24 left in this first half.
And they do it here with, again, with that time left in the first half. And maybe, Kevin, that's the kind of play that really, unless the South could come back here in the last minute and 24 seconds and do something offensively. It's the kind of play that sometimes will take the steam. Steam is the right word to use today. Steam out of a football team as they line it up to go for 2.
12-0 North. Sudbeck under center. And Sudbeck trips and falls, and the play is over. So the 2-point conversion fails. Sudbeck never got it started. And the North will hold with that 12-0 lead with 1:24 remaining in the first half.
Bit of a problem. The wing back on the left side, who I think was Marouz, was coming back in motion, and there was a little bit of confusion in the backfield. I think Sudbeck got caught up in that confusion, and that doomed the play right there, dead play.
For more than 50 years, NET has been part of this state's history, bringing you local news from across the state, documentaries that affect Nebraskans, and statewide coverage of high school and collegiate sports. Help us continue the quality of local programming on NET television. With your support, we'll continue to enrich the lives of all Nebraskans. Visit netnebraska.org or call 1-800-634-6788. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Well, thanks. I'm down here with Seth Marouz. First of all, tell me about the play.
It was a great pass by Sudbeck, and then I got a great block by the tight end over there. If it weren't for that, I don't think it would have happened.
I guess if anybody appreciates what this game is all about in this game, it's you. Tell us a little bit about your sister.
Oh, definitely. She had some type of rare disorder where it made her bones go faster than what her body did, and a whole bunch of other stuff happened. And Shriners was nice enough to help us out and take care of all what happened. It was great.
14 years she was back and forth between Shriners Hospital in Minneapolis and here. Obviously, you made trips up there. What's that teach you about, and what's it mean to you to be playing the game today because of that?
It just teaches people to be generous. Most like I just like to be generous. I give support to whoever needs it, and just be happy with what you got. Be grateful.
Congratulations on the touchdown.
Thanks.
That just seems fitting that Seth Marouz would score a touchdown in the Shrine Bowl, having a sister who was a patient and a recipient of the great care that comes from the Shriners Hospitals. Couldn't have a better tale than that to tell in the Shrine Bowl.
Not at all, and to finish it up with a comment he just made, be happy for what you have and be thankful and grateful. What a excellent young man. Great comment, Seth Marouz.
Now, wise beyond his years, he'll head to Nebraska Wesleyan here in a few weeks and get his college career started, and I have no doubt he'll be a great success. 1st and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, Van Eperen in trouble. Ball pops free, and it's covered by Adam Welch. Van Eperen stumbled, and that threw the entire play off. And the ball back out near the 11-yard line, and Van Eperen may be hurt.
He indeed is. He's not able to put a lot of pressure, Kevin, on that right side. Timeout has now been called. I'm sure he will come off the field. And timeout. Looks like we'll have Marcus Slottick back in the ball game.
Timeout taken by the North All-Stars as Van Eperen gets tended to on the sidelines. Coming up at halftime here from the Shrine Bowl, of course, not the football players. They're not the only ones who are working hard this week, but the Masonic All-Star Marching Band. We've got their performance for you at halftime, and a special salute to Homeland Security. That's coming up at halftime, which will be in 56 seconds here at the Shrine Bowl at Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska. Sonic All-Star Band getting ready to go for their halftime performance. They are always terrific. Van Eperen, quarterback for the South All-Stars. Let's watch the injury and see if we can tell what happened.
Trying to find receivers downfield. They got it looks like maybe a little bit of a hyperextension. He got hit right there. A twist on the knee. And that's usually all it takes. But let's hope he's okay. A bit of a strain there. Hope he's okay. And a little bit of ice on it. Don't know if we'll see him back in the second half or not, but hopefully he'll be fine.
Marcus Slottick, who started this ball game, back in there for the South All-Stars. 2nd and 19. Ball at the 11-yard line. 4 wide receivers into the pattern as Slottick goes into the gun. Has time. Fires it out. Souter has it, and Souter out of bounds near the 17-yard line. Jeff Souter picks up 6.5. Still 3rd and long. The clock is stopped with 50 seconds remaining. Now the North All-Stars out of timeouts, but the South helping out here a little bit, getting out of bounds.
Souter, a good grab right there, a good fingertip grab, had to reach up, catch the ball to the outside. Souter going to Nebraska this year, picked up a scholarship here, I think a week ago. So wish him well at the University of Nebraska.
3rd down and 12 from the 18. Slottick looking left all the way, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Mitchell Oskren, and it is 4th down, and the South All-Stars will have to punt it away from their own 18-yard line, and the North may get one last crack at it.
Good on the return here, Kevin, and also perhaps with a play, but great job that time by Jared Makovic on defense, number 42 out of Wahoo Newman. Good coverage that time. Oskren needs to make just an outstanding grab if he's going to catch that pass, but Makovic there, and the ball went right through his arms, and it deflected the concentration of Oskren. Here's the kick.
Hunefeld, the punt pressure coming up the middle, and Hunefeld just gets it off. Zapka at the 39. Trying to find a little running room, dancing around at the 45, and Zapka down near the 48-yard line. 32 seconds remaining, no timeouts, and a 12-0 lead for the North All-Stars. What do you do here?
Well, I tell you what, they probably will just, I would say, just kind of run a play or two, run it out, go in, get some rest, conserve some energy, and go from there, Kevin. We'll see. We'll see. They're throwing the football against this wind for the North team, just not a factor. But hey, they've surprised us thus far, so we'll see what happens. But looks like they're going to be in a basically somewhat of a tight formation here in the backfield. That double wing.
Brenton Hunter in at quarterback for the North. Hunter straight drop. In trouble. Hunter gonna go down. Hunefeld was right through there to start off the parade of South team defenders to pile on top of Brenton Hunter, and it's going to be 2nd and long, and if there was any doubt, the North now will probably just head to the locker room.
I would think so, Kevin. Even with max protection that time by the North team offense, they just had 2 receivers out, everybody else in there blocking on max protection, and the South team able to still get in on defense and get it done.
This half has come to an end. So the first half in the books at the 47th annual Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic, and it has been a dominant first half. The North All-Stars enjoying a 12-0 lead, and Larry Putney standing by down on the field with the head coach. Larry?
Well, Tesper, with this, Coach, you had things going there late in that second quarter. You were moving the ball effectively. What do you have to do here in the second half?
Well, we did. We finally got good field position. We were in the whole first quarter, and it worked out that way with some bad punts and bad field position, but we did get a nice drive going. It was a hard drive to try and get going, but we came up with one good turnover, and I thought maybe that would put us back into it, but we haven't been very consistent. We've been hurting ourselves a little bit, and actually, we're kind of, we're in a good position right now under the circumstances. It's only 12-0. I mean, we're very fortunate in that respect.
Do you take the ball in the second half?
I think we will, yeah. The wind has gone down enough, and we want the ball. Guys.
Thanks, Coach.
12-0, the North All-Stars leading the South All-Stars. The Shrine Bowl Classic in Lincoln. We'll have more halftime shows straight ahead.
Nebraska is the only state served completely by publicly owned power. That means our success isn't determined by how well we serve stockholders, but by how well we serve fellow Nebraskans. It means Nebraskans working 24 hours a day to provide uninterrupted service and affordable electric rates to other Nebraskans. Always there when you need us. NPPD. Together with your local public power utility.
Programming is provided in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Escalator or stairs? It may seem like an easy choice, but the hard truth is the illness and disease that result from inactivity cost about $76 billion a year to treat. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska, we believe that cost is much too high, and not just in terms of money. So when it comes to keeping you healthy and keeping healthcare affordable, walking works. Your health, your choice.
Athletes from across Nebraska come together for 2 nights of all-star performances. NET1 and NETHD presents All-Star Girls and Boys Basketball August 1st. Beginning at 6 Central, the All-Star Girls Basketball team takes the court, followed by the boys at 8. Then on Tuesday, August 2nd at 7 Central, see some of the best high school all-star volleyball players from around our state. See the action both nights live on NET1 and NETHD, Nebraska's home for sports.
Sunday morning at 10 Central Time on NET1. You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
NET Sports coverage of the 2005 Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic is brought to you in part by NPPD, always there when you need us. And by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. Welcome back to Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska, along with Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney. I'm Kevin Kugler. 12-0 our halftime score. The North All-Stars leading the South All-Stars here at the half. As we, in this halftime, will not only have a terrific show from the Nebraska Masonic All-Star Marching Band, we'll also see a wonderful tribute to Homeland Security here. Halftime has come, and we've seen a first half dominated by the North All-Stars. A couple of field goals, 52 and 34 yards from Jordan Allegria, and then a 55-yard touchdown pass to Seth Marouz, the graduate of Fremont Bergen High School. And that's where we sit right now at 12-0 after a failed 2-point conversion try for the North offense. South All-Stars had one good drive, missed that field goal, and then immediately the North came back, put that drive together that resulted in the 55-yard touchdown pass to Marouz, and the North All-Stars with this 12-0 lead. We've seen a lot of wind, we've seen a lot of heat. Fortunately, no injuries to this point in the Shrine Bowl. It's been a very clean football game and a well-played game for both teams. The North team defense has been able to stymie, in large part, the South offense. Field position played a big role in that first half as well. And we sit at halftime with a 12-0 advantage on the scoreboard for the North All-Stars. And let's listen in to the activities on the field.
We spend each year. So we have Shriners. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say good evening.
The Nebraska Masonic All-Star Marching Band ready to perform under the direction of Brad Weber of Wayne High School, Dan Sadamka out of Aurora High School, and Dave Bonnert from Wayne State College. Field conductors Josh Bloom, Valerie Retzloff, and Jennifer Gale. These students getting together just this week and getting ready for this performance at halftime of the Shrine game, working extremely hard, and football players have had to practice in the heat. Guess what? So has this 258-member Masonic All-Star Marching Band, and a great reward for their hard work throughout their high school careers, the chance to perform and march in this band here this evening at Seacrest Field in Lincoln. The Masonic All-Star Marching Band will start off with the Troopers Battle Hymn. It'll be their first song that we will get to hear from them, and we'll of course bring you the entire program from the Masonic All-Star Marching Band. These are kids from communities all across the state of Nebraska, border to border, north and south, east and west, all gathering here in Lincoln to get ready for their performance here in the Shrine Bowl. They've been recommended for this honor by their band director of their respective schools. And what an honor it is for some of these students, the first time they've ever marched in a marching band. Certainly for most, the biggest marching band that they've ever been a part of, 258 musicians strong. And let's listen in to the Masonic All-Star Marching Band as they perform the Troopers Battle Hymn.
2005 Masonic All-Star Marching Band.
Masonic All-Star Marching Band with Troopers Battle Hymn. First practice for these guys Tuesday. They've already performed at the Shrine Bowl banquet last night and marched in the Shrine Parade earlier this morning here in Lincoln. And now let's listen in again as the Masonic All-Star Marching Band performs their next song on the list, the Children of the Shrine March. And once again, enjoy the 258-member Nebraska Masonic All-Star Marching Band as they perform the Children of the Shrine March.
Children of the Shrine March is dedicated to those people and to the efforts of all Shriners who help children secure new horizons.
Nebraska Masonic All-Star Marching Band. Each student recommended by their band director and sponsored by Masonic Lodges, Eastern Star Chapters, Shrine Club, Scottish Rite, York Rite, and individual members and businesses. They look pretty good for having just gotten together on Tuesday and putting this program together. They sound great. Again, the field conductors, Josh Bloom, Valerie Retzloff, and Jennifer Gale. And now the battle cry of freedom. The 2005 Masonic All-Star Marching Band. Terrific performance once again by this 258-member group. We're at halftime, and our score, the North All-Stars leading the South 12-0. We'll return with a special tribute to Homeland Security next.
This is the place for great television and radio, and it's the place for excellent educational programming for teachers and their students, parents and their children. This is NET, the home of public television, public radio, and educational services for all Nebraska. To make it easier to remember that we're all part of the same family, we've changed our names. For public television, think NET Television. For public radio, think NET Radio. For instructional programming, think NET Learning Services. The programs and the people are the same, only our name has changed. This is NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station, and the channel you're watching is NET1.
Next time on Nature, the wilds of South America. This is where you'll find the real macaw. Their ingenuity is legendary. Their beauty mesmerizing. Follow conservationists as they fight to save the macaw and a little bit of paradise.
Saturday night at 8 Central Time on NET1.
Kick it out! Oh, kick it out! Kick out your motor and drive while you're still alive. Kick it out. These streets go on like those miles.
Thursday night at 10 Central Time on NET1. You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
See, there's good defense right there. The opening play, Caleb Rudenfeld making a great play to run the plate out from the back end. And now an excellent back route by number 85, Brandon Tomlinger. Good catch by Jeff Sutton. And here heads to Nebraska this fall. Good tough player. See him on the field hopefully this year. There are the numbers.
123 total yards for the North, 89 total yards for the South. The fumble By the North All-Stars did not cost them, and the score 12-0.
And those numbers really don't tell the real story. The real story is field position and conditions here today. The numbers are relatively even except for the score, obviously, but field position and the weather conditions, the heat and the wind really have played into the favor of the North. That really accounts for the 12-0 lead.
So the North All-Stars and the South All-Stars ready to go in this second half. North feeling pretty good after a good first half, but a long way to go here.
You know, Kevin, one thing I'm interested in the first half, the sun was bearing down full bore on the far sideline where the South has their bench. And the North team was over here in the shade, so maybe a little bit of an easier go in terms of getting your breath, cooling down a little bit more, and maybe the South team can regroup and put it together. But man, that long touchdown pass just before the halftime really had a way sometimes of taking a little bit of the starch and a little bit of the vim and the vinegar out of a football team. The North team, there's, what is that, about 94?
It's
right?
cooling off.
93.
Where's my jacket? 94 degrees now at Seacrest Field. Downright chilly. If you'd like a DVD of the 2005 Shrine Bowl, go to netnebraska.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NET Television is Nebraska's home for sports.
That shot right there tells us what I'm talking about. See, the shade now is encompassing the South team bench. In the first half, that was all sun over there, so hopefully that'll help them cool down, play a little better.
Well, it has been a warm several days here in Lincoln and really all across the state of Nebraska. Our crew, always the best crew around, and our crew's been out here yesterday setting up to do the game. We don't just show up, well, we do, but they don't just show up on the day of the game and get ready to do this thing. They're out here in the heat yesterday working, and out here today. They'll be here long after we're gone tonight, tearing down. And just another tip of the cap to the best crew in the business, the NET Sports crew. They are putting in yeoman hours again to get this stuff done, and then they'll tear it down and go right back out and do the next project.
Echo that. Always a pleasure to work with everybody on our crew and look forward to it all the time. Some of the great shots we see, you know, right down in the action. Timely shots. Very appropriate. Excellent stuff. It's Jordan Allegria now, and he gets set to kick one back to that far goalpost back there, the way he's been kicking the football here this afternoon and this evening.
Well, with that wind at his back, he has not failed to put one into the end zone. Allegria gets a foot into it, and again, 9 yards deep into the end zone and through for the touchback. And so the South All-Stars try to grab a little momentum early. Seems like a pretty important drive coming out of the gate for this South offense.
It needs to be, Kevin. You need to really get yourself established here. In the first half, the South team offense really pinned back right about where they are most of the first half. Really never able to generate much in the way of an offensive drive, save for one drive. And so they need to really come out and make a statement here in the first series and tell that North team defense, hey, we're going to smack you, we're going to move it, and we're going to get something done.
Marcus Slottick, the quarterback, and he just takes a knee. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putney. Larry.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Jake McGlady, who was part of that prep championship team, and his offensive line and defensive lines have been dominant thus far. How's the heat out there?
It's pretty hot. The turf adds about another 15 plus the triple digits, so it's getting us.
I was taking a look at some of your letters, and, you know, I mean, at 6'2", 270, I'm sure not many people ask you about this, but you have 2 letters in dance?
Is that a problem?
No, right, guys, back to you. Nope, that's great.
Not easy, Larry. We need to see some dance steps. Okay. Can he give us a move here real quick?
All right, I'll ask. Jake, after this play, we're gonna talk to you and see if we can see a dance move here.
Wesley sneaking out of one tackle, and Robert Wesley on the move. He's got great speed. Robert Wesley's going to go all the way in for 6 and a touchdown. 75 yards for Robert Wesley, and the South right back in it.
Well, they needed to make a statement, Kevin, that he sure did. Robert Wesley makes that statement virtually on his own because, honestly, he's tackled in the backfield. He really indeed is trapped and tackled in the backfield, but he gets away from the tackle. Everybody let up after they saw that action of Wesley getting hit in the backfield, and then he just cuts it back across right there. He's tackled, but no, he doesn't go down, and that speed just burns up the middle for the long touchdown run. And the South team offense makes the statement we just alluded to just about 2 minutes ago.
Bushetta's extra point is good, and with 11:46 left in the third, what a way to get this one started in the second half. Robert Wesley, who had some early interest from Iowa State, from Kansas to play Division I football, Those offers did not work out, and he ended up going to the University of Nebraska at Omaha. And Pat Burns and his staff are thrilled to get a guy like Robert Wesley, and you could see why with the speed and the elusiveness that he shows here.
See, at number 24 for the North team, Jeff Mimick had a shot at him right there, just not able to wrap up, not able to plant and make it work. And you let him go, and Wesley has that tremendous speed, as you talked about, on the breakaway. Omaha Central, 5'9", 190 pounds, and speed to burn, puts it in the end zone.
Robert Wesley, a 4.4 in the 40. Very strong, very fast. And let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Thanks, guys. I'm still here with a very excited Robert Wesley. Hey, nice effort there. Good second effort to stay on your feet.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go down easy no more. We got to get this in. It's my last high school game. I'm trying to have a good time, play for the little kids, and do it. They can't do it, so we're going to do it for them.
What was said at halftime?
Just that we got to stay calm, have a short memory, come out here and do what we need to do.
Excited about UNO next year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. College ball. Let's get it on.
Nice job, Rob.
Think he's excited, huh?
I would say so.
A little bit.
Pretty good wind after a 75-yard run at his breath. Shackelford will take it at the 9-yard line. Shackelford trying to get upfield, and he's dropped near the 20-yard line. Pretty good pursuit, pretty good coverage there from the South Team All-Stars, Joe Howell-Burke on the stop.
Now it remains to be seen, Kevin, how this is going to affect, how the long run by Wesley will affect this South Team defense. They have a little spark in their step right now. I think maybe if they can do a good job right here, they can get the ball back in pretty good field position, but that remains to be seen. But we'll see here, because again, drives or plays like that really have a way of just pepping up the whole ball club. Here we go.
From the 20, first down and 10. Tyler Sudbeck. And a give to Adam Monkey. Monkey trying the right side. He'll pick up 3. Second and 7 for the North All-Stars as they try to get a drive started here. Try to recover from that shot from Robert Wesley.
Not much happening here as you see Monkey trying to make some room over there, or get some room over on the right-hand side, but that South Team defense is flowing the ball again and stopping it for about a 4-yard gain.
Second down and 7 from the 23. Tyler Sudbeck, the quarterback. Straight drop. Down the sideline. Shackelford, nice adjustment, and he makes the catch at the 48-yard line. It's a first down. Coverage out there from Jason Callfoot. But Shackelford, nice job coming back for that pass.
It really was. You called it right, Kevin. A good adjustment by Shackelford to shorten up on the ball as Callfoot simply overran the ball. Ran by him. He was behind the receiver and just kept going on that route rather than shortening up and getting into position to make a play. You need to be in a position to make a play. He was not, as Shackelford pulls it down right close to midfield. First down, and now the North team is on the move once again.
Joe Howell-Burke also over there on the stop, the eventual stop of Shackelford. First and 10 from the 48. Hall trying to bounce it to the near sideline. He's across midfield and out of bounds into South territory near the 47-yard line. Good gain of 5 yards here on first down for Alex Hall.
Good work by Casey Bender out of Lindsay Holy Family. We saw him in the state championship game last year. Here it is again. To see 62 leading it around. Grant Hayek on the guard. The right guard pulling from the right side over there, coming to lead the play. But Bender and Jake McGlade, Craig Parent up front, all blocking very well on that play to create a second down and 5 play.
10:39 remaining third quarter. 12-7 North with the lead. Give right up the middle to Jared Makovica. Across the 45 to the 44-yard line. 2 yards shy of a North team first down.
Jared Makovica, again, Wahoo Newman product. Cousin Joel played in this game back in 1994. Joel Makovica, Jeff Makovica, Nebraska football fame. A lot of good football blood in the Makovica family. As the North team breaks the huddle here.
A lot of tough football blood
Tough
in that Makovica family. Third down and 2 from the South 44. North with a 5-point lead, 12-7. Right up the middle again with the big guy, Austin Vermeline, and Vermeline has the first down. Good second effort. That's what got him to the 42-yard line and a first.
Taking it right over the right side, Brock Simonson. Good snap right there. You see good ball handling. Take it right over that right side between Hayek and Simonson on the right side. The tackle, Simonson from Lions Decatur Northeast, Class C team. And Hayek from Millard North making their blocks as we watched number 44 Vermeline sneaking over there for the first down. And the North team just continues to move and burn clock here early in the second half.
First down and 10 from the 42. Tyler Sudbeck putting a good drive together for the North All-Stars. Monkey gets the carry. Monkey to the right side. He'll pick up 2, and that's all. Good tackle out there made by Justin Weezer, and we've called his name a lot tonight. He's had a busy night.
Busy night over there, and playing very, very well for his ball club. Good block. What? See if we can see there. 60. See that block right there, number 60 on the right-hand corner of the screen. That was Brock Simonson again with a great block that springs the play to the outside. Just a short game, but shows you how that works. If he can get a block and you get the lead block to the outside, that play will go. But a great job by Brock Simonson to get the play started.
Second down and 8 from the 40. Sudbeck. A little bit of a reverse. Alex Hall over the left side, and Hall picks up yardage to the 36, a gain of 4. Upended on the play, among others, Matt Greenway in on the stop for the South All-Stars.
And this play here, the way it starts out, you got 3 different guys making a move. You got the dive man right here. So you fake that right there, fake that dive, and then you hand it off to one, goes off to the other. Lots of guys involved in the play. We talked about misdirection, the zig and the zag, and all the other things that happened. Looked like a, rush hour at Piccadilly Circus right there, trying to figure out who's got the ticket. But they did figure it out. Third down and 5.
Hall in motion, play fake. Sudbeck wants to throw. Pressure comes. Sudbeck in trouble. Wings it back across the field, and it's incomplete. Alex Hall, the intended receiver. That was very close to a reception. Hall, somehow Sudbeck saw him out of the corner of his eye.
I'm not sure how he did it, Kevin, but he had that the third eye in the back of the head or in the back of the helmet to be able to throw the ball back. A very dangerous throw, but somehow he gets it off. And, he doesn't complete it to his guy, but more importantly, he doesn't complete it to their guys and makes the play and saves it down. But it's 4th down now, as we're going to see another. Wow, let's see what happens here. Jordan Allegria on to try it again.
You're going to spot that ball at the 44-yard line. This would tie the record.
You bet.
Jordan Allegria going for his 3rd field goal of the day, trying to make it an 8-point game. Good hold. Allegria with plenty of distance, and it hits the upright and bounces wide right. Just clanged it off the upright, and it's no good.
Certainly had the distance, just a little bit on the line is a problem. He has the 2 field goals. That ties a Shrine Bowl record. Good set right here. And just a little bit of a lean right there. Watch this. I've often wondered why this happens, but it does. And it hits to the outside of the bar and bounces off, hits to the inside of the bar, and maybe it comes in for the 3rd field goal, which would be a Shrine Bowl record for a number of field goals, 3 in that category. But as it stands, he's tied with 2.
First down and 10 from the 20. Allegria.
See the reaction.
Oh, he's killing him. Bargan trying the left side, and he got corralled around the ankle by Sterling Ostrander. Minimal gain, pickup of a yard or so for Bargan. It's 2nd down and 9.
As we told you earlier, Allegria will walk on at Nebraska. And Kevin, you said it earlier, Bill Callahan and the kicking staff has to be licking their chops when they see this young man kick the way he has kicked here. And in the course of his career, 14 of 21, state record in field goals. So again, good competition at the kicker position.
There's Jordan Congdon, a highly touted recruit, and David Dykes, who's had a pretty solid career so far. Collision out there on the screen as Oskren ran into Anthony Ritten, and not much yardage gained, about a half a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.5.
You give Ritten the tackle?
You might have to.
I think you have to.
Maybe that's what the conference is about. You give him the stop on the play.
Strange play, but again, you got to get out of there. You can't stand around. I know. Well, we'll wait till the call is made here.
It's going to be an illegal shift against the South offense, and Al Janovic will now go talk with the North team defense. Maybe the North declines this and gets ready for 3rd down and 7.5.
That certainly is a possibility here. Let's see what they do.
And it will be declined.
They decline it, yeah.
So 3rd and long, more appealing to the Brain Trust on the north side. They'll take the result of the play, which was a minimal gain.
Yeah, what it does really puts the pressure on them. They've got 3rd and what is it, about 7?
Yep, 7.
Third and about 7.
Little over.
puts the pressure on the third down as opposed to second and 12.
Slonick over the middle, Ritten with the catch at the 35, and he's down with a first down to the 37-yard line. Just a quick slant, and Ritten able to make the grab for the first.
Good response by the Sound team offense to that declining of the penalty. And they run that deep slant to Ritten, and by golly, he catches it right in the lane, right where he needs to be. Good throw right here. You see, right, defender's not anywhere in the passing lane. Great job of the throw, great job of the catch. It picks up that first down. Well conceived and well run.
Ritten, another UNO scholarship athlete playing in this game. There's one with the ball right now, Robert Wesley, dancing out of trouble. But the second time past Stephen Bujita. Bujita brings him down. He missed Bujita the first time, and then Wesley coming back around to aid. Bujita laying right there, just wrapped him up.
That accounts for the way that Bujita plays the game. It's never, he may miss one here, he does miss one there. Get up and go again. Get up and go again, and that's what he does. That's great second effort by Bujita. We saw a lot of great play from Bujita out of Howells. 4 state championships, played in Memorial Stadium 4 years, all told 4 state championships. What a great career. Just an outstanding. How many people get to do that, Kevin? Not very many.
2nd and 14 after the 4-yard loss on the run. Play fake. Slonick throws, and it's intercepted. Ostrander back across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. Sterling Ostrander out of Gordon High School picks off Marcus Slonick and the North in business inside the 30-yard line of the South.
Slonick trying to fit the ball into Brandon Donlingler over the middle, but here's what happens. Linebacker gets in the lane, as you see right there. Ostrander picks it off and has a pretty good return on the play.
First down and 10, the ball at the 27-yard line, and a water break right now as we watch the interception again.
Linebacker reading the eyes, getting his drop, check to the outside. Nobody out there. He reads the eyes of the quarterback, fades to the inside where he knows that receiver is. He took a quick look to the inside and then just steps into the passing lane and picks the pass off. Great job by Sterling Ostrander out of Gordon, Nebraska. We talked about his rodeo ability earlier on, second in the bareback. Just a great all-around tough athlete.
Would you and your business like to help bring programs like these to NET television? You can become a corporate sponsor. Along with other Nebraska businesses, your contributions can support quality programming. Help support NET by calling right now 1-800-634-6788. 12-7, the North All-Stars with the lead, but a great opportunity for the North to extend that lead starting inside the 30-yard line of the South with 6:11 remaining in this third quarter.
This game really has been all about field position. And some of it dictated, a lot of it dictated by weather and conditions, and some of it dictated by plays as we just saw, the interception by Ostrander.
On first down and trying a little bit of razzle-dazzle, and Seth Marouz couldn't fool anybody. Right on top of the play, Michael Krychek did not leave. He was right there along with Paul Finocchiaro and a host of white jerseys. They sniffed this play out.
I'm waiting for the play here where the first man there, that was number 46, Willie Mack, keeps the ball. He fakes that handoff and keeps the ball and takes it around the whatever corner he's on. Or, Kevin, they fake that handoff. He goes to the corner, maybe pulls up and throws a pass. We'll see if that happens.
2nd and 14 from the 31. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Sudbeck trying to throw out to his left. He had John Evans out there as the intended receiver, but ball was tipped at the line, and it's 3rd down and 14 now for the North and South D trying to stiffen.
Might have been Danny Duttmer. He was coming on the rush that time. Duttmer out of York at 6'4" and 220. He may have gotten a hand on the football. Not sure about that, but let's just say he did. Carl Tesmer
trying to encourage that defense. Come up with a hold here. Still a 12-7 ball game. Anybody's game with 5:28 to play in the third. Sudbeck, a straight drop. Floats it down the sideline towards Shackelford, and it's intercepted. Intercepted and back into the end zone for the touchback. Jeff Souter with the pick. And the soon-to-be Husker will get it back for the South, but there is a flag down at the 25-yard line.
Flag back at the line of scrimmage. Souter intercepted that ball. He intercepted 2 this past fall. He's looking at it. It looks like the penalty is going to be against the North, I believe.
Looked like an ineligible man downfield. That'll obviously be declined, and Jeff Souter's pick will stop the North offense once again, and that's a big turnaround because even if they don't get another yard, they're still right in Allegria's field goal range.
Coverage was there on Shackelford. He actually had a collision with the corner on the play, as you see the setup here by Sudbeck, and let her go. Here we go. Now the coverage is there. See, there's a collision right there, but the ball really is thrown about 4 or 5 yards offline, off target, and Souter actually thrown right to Souter. He catches the football here, great hands, and Shackelford then becomes defender and puts him down in the end zone.
They will say it's not a touchback. It is down at the 2. Let's go downstairs to Larry Putnam.
Thanks, guys, down here with Jeff Souter. First of all, nice interception.
Thank you.
So you got some pretty good news a couple weeks ago. You called Coach Callahan, and he says, let's try this thing this year instead of the gray shirt.
Sounds good to me. I'm ready to play, ready to hit, but either way, I was on his side. Gray shirt, no gray shirt. I'll do what I can for the team. Get in there, make some hits, make some plays, back up our defense.
I think you recorded earlier this week as saying, you know, it didn't matter 5-star, no star, whatever. You said, I'm going to hit people, and you think you encourage people to tune into the Shrine game and watch.
Yeah. I've noticed the past couple years been a lot political about football and whatnot, and for me, example, being 2-star, and I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna play. Whatever happens, happens. And you know, I'm not gonna be intimidated by a 5-star, never ever. And, you know, play football. Let's see who's a 5-star on the field. And after the game,
having fun out here.
Yeah, fun. Yeah, making some hits. Down a little bit, but it's all right. I've been down twice as much as this at halftime before. I don't worry about just a bunch of numbers.
Nice job, Jeff. Thanks.
Now we saw a big hit, speaking of big hitting, from Yusef Vinson during that chat with Jeff Souter. Vinson top of the pads a bit down there. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 6 for the South offense.
I think Jeff has some attitude to bring here. It's a little obvious that he's the 2-star. Hey, it doesn't matter to me. Get after it.
On 3rd down, floating the pass out, and incomplete, intended for Mitchell Oskren. He had a little separation, but the ball floated a bit, and it'll be 4th down. You need a little attitude on your football team.
And you know he's got a point too, because I've seen a lot of guys come and go, not only here but other programs too, 5-star players. And yeah, they were 5-star players, and they're gone. And some of those 2-star guys, 3-star guys. And I always wonder how they. We've talked about that on the show, Kevin, on Big Red Wrap-Up, about how do you really categorize these guys? How do you measure some of the things you can't measure? Here comes the snap.
Pressure and a stop and play. Flags are down, and so this punt never happened. Into the wind, a difficult punt, certainly, for Hunefeld, and he may have to do it a little more snug in the end zone.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the first punt in the first quarter that we saw to get this game underway.
Well, he is going to have to watch out. The North has had some pressure up the middle.
He may have
against the punt team so far tonight.
He may have to talk to Jake McGlade about a dancing lesson back there along the line.
False start there.
Yeah, right there on the right bottom of the screen, the guard was moving.
So right back against that back line of the end zone, Hunefeld ready to punt it away. No pressure. Hunefeld, a line drive kick. Bouncing at the 31, rolling and taking a south roll out of bounds, but still very good field position for the North All-Stars to start again inside the 40-yard line of the South. They'll set it at the 38. That's where the North will go to work, leading 12-7. And your point made just a few moments ago, Ed, about field position, illustrated here once again. That field position battle clearly being won by the North.
Absolutely, Kevin. It basically has been the tale of this ball game. I don't know that the North team has really taken, maybe one series started in their own territory. I think everything else has been on the north side of the 50.
Jeff Sullivan in at quarterback now for the North offense. Sullivan with the give up the middle to Jared Makovica, and Makovica takes it from the 38 down near the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down for the North All-Stars.
But the distinction that you make, though, is in spite of all the advantage that the North team has had with field position, it's still a 12-7 game. They have really been not able to capitalize fully on the field position. I mean, 2 field goals and a touchdown.
Let's go downstairs, Larry.
What are we seeing here?
We're going to run a bootleg to the left out of two tight end formation. We'll see how it works.
Get in the backfield! Markey! Markey, get in the backfield!
Obviously not exactly the way Coach wanted it set up.
Got to straighten out there.
Sullivan over the middle. Pass is caught. Oh, what a hit. And hanging on to the ball is Alex Hall. Oh, my. He took a belt, but he hangs on for a first down at the 23-yard line.
He took the belt from Matt Greenway on the crossing pattern. Bootleg action. Crossing man usually is open, as we'll see. Sullivan here find the crossing man, Shackelford. And boom, right there. That's Greenway. He pops him. I beg your pardon. That's Alex Hall taking that in. And what a great job to hang on to the ball.
Let's go back downstairs to Larry.
All right, what are we going to sweep now to the split inside, the tight end side of the formation?
Last play worked out well.
Yeah, it is. Well, they're rolling their safeties a lot with this stuff right now.
Flags are down, and we're going to have to watch this one march back 5. I guess a false start on the North offense, and let's see what if Coach is going to change his play.
Play 6! Play 6!
The way they have their plays scripted, they have an entire list of plays from 1 to 50, and the quarterback also has the plays on his wrist, so they don't actually call plays in, they call numbers in. So we'll talk to find out what play 6 is. Let's catch a minute here to see. Oh, he changed to play 5 now. What's play 5?
Sweep left. Did they carry loudly 6 into the game, but they know that it is? Or do you just think it's motion?
First and 15 from the 28-yard line. Sullivan.
Outside linebacker's wrong!
And the give, it goes to Hall. Hall trying to bounce to the outside and slips out of the grasp of one tackler. Souter eventually rides him out at the 24-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards, 4 hard yards for Alex Hall.
Good job by Joel Howell-Burke to Phil on the play. He's the man who made that hit, Kevin, but he lost the tackle as Hall just kind of popped him right here. Here he is. Well, Burke's going to come up right there. He gets the head on the right side as far as the tackle goes, but he ducks his head, he ducks it, closes the eyes, bounces off, and Hall gets upfield. So good job by Burke, Howell-Burke to Phil, but he needs to wrap up and drive through the tackler. He did not do that. It all picks up about 3 or 4 more yards.
2nd and 11 from the 24. Makovica rumbles through one tackler, and he's down inside the 20. Driven out of bounds by Souter. Also in on the stop, Drew Cheney, but it was Howell-Burke that made the initial contact, and Makovica just powered him over.
Popped him through. A great job that time. Watch 52. Craig Parent step around here, make a good block. Great job by the center out of Omaha, Creighton Prep. Good block to pick up that backer on the inside there.
Let's go back down, find out what Larry's doing here.
Called play 38 here. What's that?
Play 38 it's just a number that we take off our script. That's R829 bootleg. We're going bootleg to the right. We're faking it with the quarterback, and we got to faking a sweep this way and run a play action pass the other way.
Pressure coming from the backside, and Hunefeld with the sack. He came through untouched, and Sullivan had no chance.
Hunefeld, Aurora product at 6 foot, 205 pounds, and playing over there on the right side of the defensive line. Watch him here, come from the left part of your screen. Nobody must have blocked him. I didn't see anybody block him, but maybe got a little bit of a nick on him, but he ran right through that and made the tackle. Terrific play, terrific effort. Good motor burning for Caleb Hunefeld.
Now the ball officially at the 29-yard line, so this should be officially a 46-yard field goal attempt for Jordan Allegria. A little bit of a low line drive, and it sneaks over the crossbar, and it's good. Not the prettiest kick from Allegria, but that shows you the kind of power that he has. That was not a wind-aided kick.
Not at all. The line drive shot, kind of a knuckleball line drive shot, and the other one got up there and bounces off and goes the other way. This one is a line drive shot, just barely gets above the crossbar, and the ball being spun, but there it goes. And just sneaks over the crossbar. Field goal number 3 and a new Shrine Bowl record.
Jordan Allegria has added to that lead. It's now an 8-point ball game. Still South within just 1 score and a 2-point conversion of tying up this 47th annual Shrine Bowl.
Can we go back and take a look? Dave Bada, back from my era, 1964, 2 field goals. Bada with the North of Creighton Prep. Brian Rue, we saw that in 91 from Creighton Prep. And then Dirk Bowe from Madison with the North team in 19 96 all kicked 2 field goals in this game.
Well, there's one of the benefits of being at Seacrest Field. You can roll around on the hill. This game was at Memorial Stadium. There's really no hill to roll around on.
Used to be a long time ago.
Adrian and I were doing that before the game tonight. Got our shirts a little grass stained, but it's all worth it. Allegria's kick deep and through the end zone for the touchback. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the South.
Instrumental in the way this game goes, because when your kickoff guy can consistently put it in the end zone, as Allegria is doing, you always start that ball at the 20-yard line. It gives them a long field to play. It also takes away any threat of any return or a possible touchdown. So again, a great job by Jordan Allegria to give his team an advantage on defense.
1st down and 10 from the 20. Marcus Slottick has been the quarterback the whole way in this second half, and the handoff stymied. Bargan nowhere to go. Knifing in there, it was Bajida again, and he's had a great second half. Tomorrow night at 10 Central Time on Soundstage, the music of Heart, the 2-woman rock band that began their rise to fame in the mid-70s. Hear all their greatest hits plus new releases on Soundstage tomorrow night at 10 Central Time on NET1. 2nd and 14 from the 16-yard line. Remember, Tyler Van Eperen got hit pretty hard and was hobbled around towards the end of that first half. We've not seen him in the second half to this point. Slottick on the roll, in trouble, and down he goes. Rolling out, Tony Korth out of Columbus SCOTUS there to make initial contact, and the South in a big hole. It's 3rd and long.
Jake McGlade also in on defense this time, 64. See the blocking up front, holds up pretty well right there, but here comes McGlade, pressures him right there, and then gets back into the action again. Second effort by McGlade, and Tony Korth also instrumental on the play. Good effort on a very warm evening now. Temperature's kind of dipped down now. The sun's gone down, but still very hot down on the field.
3rd down and 22 from the 8-yard line. Slottick, a low snap, fires it out, incomplete, intended for Souter. It's 4th down. The clock stops with 15 seconds left in the quarter, and the South will have to punt one more time into that wind.
Into the wind. That's why that play's so very significant right here at the tail end of the 3rd quarter. Good coverage that time by Jeff Mimick, Spencer Naper, 8-man player, covering Souter out there or down there in the flat. So here comes the setup for the punt, and again the North team going to get the ball in pretty good field position once again.
Zabka and Stamer back. Zabka running up on the ball at the 35-yard line, and he'll scoot out of bounds at the 27-yard line of the South All-Stars. This field position has been so key, and we talked about at the very beginning of the game, taking the wind instead of taking the ball. And boy, that has been a great decision for the North All-Stars. On Sunday, August 7th, you won't want to miss the NET production of Coach Devaney. This is a look into the life of Nebraska's legendary football coach, Bob Devaney, as told by his players, fellow coaches, and friends. This video biography of Coach Devaney begins Sunday, August 7th at 3:30 Central Time on NET1. Spend any time around Coach Devaney?
No. Just a couple of, he had a doghouse. I was in that thing a lot. So, no, a lot of time. A lot of quality time, just a lot of time that you cherish for your lifetime, Kevin. Some great experiences with Bob. Man, Bob and his staff, what a great bunch. Just one of the very, very best at this state or anywhere else, really will see.
Coming this fall to NET television, the story of Nebraska's most highly regarded poet, Ted Kruser, named Poet Laureate of the United States for 2 years running. This native Nebraskan shares his insights on his life and the poems that has brought him national acclaim. Look for Plains Poetry, the poems of Ted Kruser, coming this fall to NET television. Timeout taken by the North All-Stars with 7 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. A shot with the wind at their back perhaps here towards the end of this quarter. Ron Mimick and his offense trying to get something put together here to extend that 15-7 lead.
He was out there with his team trying to get the play put together. There's what I needed earlier on today. Big old sombrero to keep all that bright sunshine off. As the North about ready to fire up one more play here.
from the 27, first down and 10. And now here's that play you've been looking for. Aid Marouz with the pass into double coverage, leaping up, and it's incomplete. Shackelford almost pulled that down in the middle of double coverage, but it just falls incomplete, and that is the end of the third quarter. So we've played 3 from the Shrine Bowl at Seacrest Field in Lincoln. The North All-Stars leading the South 15-7.
Programming is provided in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Thursday night at 10 Central Time on NET1. You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
This is how we ended the third quarter, Aid. Seth Marouz into double coverage.
Waiting for this play most of the game as Marouz takes the pitch, fires it up. The South was also waiting for this play. As you see, double coverage here. Matt Greenway is there and almost looked like he had the football. That's just a great job all the way around. Also, Wes Kamak on the coverage. So good battle on both sides right there. Well done.
Fumbled snap, and Jeff Sullivan covers it. And that's how we start the fourth quarter of play for the North All-Stars. So the North has had great field position, but through some good South defense and some miscues on the offensive side for the North, still in a pretty good ball game here at 15-7.
Oh yeah, that's really, as we said earlier, Kevin, that with all the great advantages that the North team has had, they didn't put it away. They didn't put the ball game away. They've had the opportunities to do that, but not able to get the job fully done. They do have the lead, obviously, but again, just not able to really stretch it out like you would expect with such great position.
Along with Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler from Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the 47th annual Shrine Bowl Classic, and we're just underway in this fourth quarter. Jeff Sullivan, the quarterback, on the roll. Shackelford cannot make the catch. Pass a little bit low, and it's fourth down. Now, were we on the other side of the field, you'd think an automatic field goal try. Allegri is on his way out anyway, going into the wind to try a 47-yarder.
And this really will be kind of a true test. I mean, there's no doubt he's got a great strong leg, and he's got great ability to kick, and he's had an aiding and abetting wind at about 18 to 20 miles an hour here in the first half, and wind's kind of died down a little bit, but it's still pretty brisk out there. The ball will be spotted about the 37. So make it a 47-yarder.
See how he does into the wind. Not a huge risk. The ball will go to the 20 as long as he gets it through, and it is up, and it is good from 47 yards out into a 20-mile-an-hour wind. And that would have been good from about 57. That had a ton of legs.
Well, there you are right there. That's incredible. A great job by Allegri. A great snap by Parent. A great hold down there. Great job all the way around. Let's go down to Larry.
Thanks, Adrian. Down here with Sam Nelson. Sam, you run the show here every year. What a terrific job again this year, and a great tribute at halftime, not only to Jason Ty Pratt, but also Homeland Security.
Well, it was a dream come true, and it worked out very, very well. And we appreciate the military and for what they do, and our law enforcement agencies.
Well, what a great opportunity for the Shriners once again to tell their story and watch high school athletes from around the state supporting Shriners hospitals.
Well, besides that, these are the best athletes that the Shrine could pick, and the coaches, and it just is a terrific evening for us here. We're a little disappointed in the heat because I thought you would be in charge of the weather.
Well, if you put me in charge of something, then you know that's how it's going to turn out.
Oh, no, you do a great job, and but I think the weather did affect our attendance a little bit, and we're disappointed in that.
Still a terrific evening, though, and Sam, great job. Thanks very much.
Jordan Allegria ready to kick off. What a night he's had. High kick. Howell Burke will take it at the 5-yard line. Joe Howell Burke across the 20, across the 25, and oh my, another huge hit at the 30-yard line. Willie Meck just blasts Joe Howell-Burke. And the South will start at the 30-yard line. Let's watch the field goal one more time from Allegria.
Good snap, good set right here by Sullivan. And follow through, nice follow through. And just inside the right upright. Terrific job, field goal number 4.
Had a lot of leg on it going into that win. Let's go back downstairs to Larry.
All right, guys, you had asked for it earlier.
Yeah.
And of course, there was that, the big touchdown run, so Jake had to hurry out on the field. But Jake, the guys, they want to see some kind of dance move.
We can show them something. We can show them something. Here, this is what we picked up. It's called a jazz square. Hold on. What? Jazz square. Now watch the feet.
All right, watch the feet here. You got to get there. You go.
Wow.
That's outstanding.
I got to tell you, we are stunned. That is absolutely maybe the most impressive thing we've seen today.
That move single-handedly makes us national champs.
Larry, tell him that Nureyev still has a job.
The cheerleaders still have a job.
Okay. Second down and 3 from the 37-yard line. Van Eperen in at quarterback. The pass dropped by Souter. Good to see Tyler Van Eperen back in there. After banging up that leg, he was limping around pretty good. It's good to see him back out there.
Absolutely. He wasn't putting much pressure on it when he went off the field in the first half, but back out on the field and very fortunately able to play and get back. And it'll be sore tomorrow, but he's able to go, and that's the key. And obviously no real serious damage to the leg.
Third down and 3 from the 37, 10-20 to play. 18-7, the North with the lead. Van Eperen under center. Play fake. Fires, catch is made, and a first down the sidelines. Good moves out there on the sidelines. And that was Troy Matthews who made the reception and the first down for the South All-Stars.
Nice work by Van Eperen here. Play action again, good fake. Ball's down there on that hip, good, hard to see for the defense. And then Matthews, a nice fingertip grab out there in the flat. And able to power his way to a first down and give his team a little bit of hope here as they're moving the ball just a little bit here. They have the wind at their back now and trying to make something happen. They're behind here 18-7.
4 wide, 2 to either side. Van Eperen in the gun on first down and 10 from the 43. Inside give to Jones, and Jones to the outside picks up 2 before Ostrander brings him down at the 45, and Sterling Ostrander has had an extremely good day for that North defense.
Absolutely, a lot of big plays on defense for the North squad. As we see the counter here, you see Tyler Jones taking it over the right-hand side. Great tackle right there, as you said earlier, Kevin. Ostrander, a great form tackle, head up, right at the letters, wrap those arms, drive the ball carrier, brought him down virtually where he made contact.
Second down and 8 from the 45. South trying to rally here, trailing 18-7. Backs in the eye set on first down. Play fake. Van Eperen over the middle. Pass is tipped, and it is intercepted at the 40-yard line. David Shohan gets the pick off the tip, and the North turns the South away again.
Shohan again, right time, right place. I believe it was Ostrander that tipped the football. Good play last time to make the tackle. Is Shohan coming off the field to break the drive. Let's see if we pick it up here. Van Eperen in the drop. He's wide open there. 85, as we said, Dowlinger. Yep. And yeah, it was. Indeed, it was Ostrander. Great job to get in the lane. Again, as a backer, you check your responsibility. And if there's nobody coming that you're going to cover, then you look to the inside. And he did that. He looked at that passing lane, reading the quarterback, and able to tip that ball up and create an opportunity for his teammate.
First down, Sudbeck back in at quarterback. The give to Hall to the outside. Hall still working for yardage, and he takes it from the 40 to the 43-yard line. Second down and 7 for the North offense, but they're more concerned now about that clock, which is running and about to fall into 9 minutes.
Lots of movement to the right-hand side here, but South team defense has this one pretty well put together in terms of getting to the football, flow to the football, pursuit. Very, very important. Just a short gain there, second down, and what is it, Kevin, 6? I can't see the board.
Yep, 7 yards.
Yeah.
Second and 7. Give right up the middle, Makovica. First down and more into the South territory at the 46-yard line. Tough running again from Makovica. And how many times has somebody said that about a Makovica?
I think it's just synonymous with tough. Makovica tough. Sauter was the guy who plowed into him, and they just got plowed down. Jeff Sauter, watch this here. Is Makovica 35 right side of your screen? Bingo right there. The problem with the tackle was his form for the tackle was not good. He was bent down and bent under, and you just don't make a tackle with a power runner like Makovica. You got to be straight up and be moving forward. He was bent down and bent under.
First down carry from Adam Monkey. Takes it from the 46 down to the 43. 3-yard pickup. Clock continuing to run. North All-Stars want to move the chains and melt that clock with an 18-7 lead.
I say that about Sauter because, believe me, he's every bit as tough as Makovica, and we'll hear that name down the road a piece at Nebraska. He's a tough, gritty, kind of just a blue-collar football player, as we saw in the interview.
Injury over there, a little cramp it looks like from Kyle Davison. They'll try to work that out on the south sideline. Toss play to Monkey, getting to the corner. And nice tackle right at the 40-yard line by Matt Greenway, who was one-on-one out there, got him right around the ankles and would not let go.
He came from the safety spot, Kevin, and just filled it like a safety needs to fill it. Watch him, 19, just coming, just great speed to get to the corner right here and makes the tackle. That's just great effort by Matt Greenway. Greenway, a Lincoln Pius product, played for that undefeated state championship team. 4.6 speed for Matt Greenway, and he showed it right there.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere to make that stop. Third and 4 from the 40. Flag is down, and nowhere to go for Jared Makovica. Stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And unless that flag is on the defense, it'll be 4th down.
Jared Gable on the tackle.
It is an illegal motion against the offense. Let's go downstairs to Larry.
All right, guys, I'm down here. You know, these kind of games create strange teammates. We have Dan Bargan, who played for Pius, Jeremy Young, who played for McCook. You guys talk about the game at all? I mean, we all remember that championship game.
Yeah, it was exciting, you know, but someone's got to lose, and it happened to be us.
You were trying to crush this guy to my side just a few months ago.
Yeah. I never thought I would get to be teammates with him. You know, I never wanted to, but, you know, it's fun, you know.
And Dan, you guys came out on the better side of that game. Did you talk to him about it at all this week?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we'd be sitting at lunch or a meal or something like that. He's sitting across from me, you know, and you got to bring it up and, you know, give him a little bit crap, and you got to have fun with it a little bit, you know.
Well, McCook finished 12-1, Pius 13-0. They both had great seasons, finished 1st and 2nd in the state. Back up to you guys.
We all remember that Class B state championship game. What a fantastic finish. What a fantastic, well, I think you said it earlier, right? One of the best high school state championship games we've ever gotten to do.
I've been doing these games a lot of years, Kevin, and that really is, if I had to fit it in, that may be the top one. It really was. A terrific game, and both teams well coached, well drilled, great athletes, great sportsmen, just the kind of things you like to see on a football field, and you tip your head. It's just a shame somebody had to lose, but again, as we saw there, there's a good, what's the right word? There's friendship there, but there's also that competitive nature.
Well, if you'd like to get a DVD of tonight's 2005 Shrine Bowl Classic, log on to netnebraska.org and click on the sports link, or call 1-800-228-4630. NET Television is Nebraska's home for sports. Along with Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, our entire NET sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler from the Shrine Bowl at Seacrest Field in Lincoln. 4th down and 4. The North All-Stars from the 40-yard line of the South will go for it with an 11-point lead. A little bit of a reverse. Hall trying to bounce it to the outside, looking for that first down marker, and he's got it. What a run from Alex Hall to the 34-yard line, and a first down for the North Star graduate, Alex Hall. What a great run.
Well, he picked up over 1,500 yards last fall, as you see him go right here, skirting a couple of tackles here, and finally getting to the corner. Good pop right there. Still not going to go down. My goodness, his good speed, good quickness, and good strength and balance to get downfield and pick up that first down, and basically doing pretty much all that on his own.
7:01 to play in the 4th. 18-7, North All-Stars with the lead and a new set of downs. Give up the middle. And a little bit of yardage up there for Makovica, not a lot, as that big guy in the middle, Kyle Davison, right there to fill the hole. Makovica picks up a pair, and it's 2nd and 8. So the North All-Stars getting that first down, a huge first down for the North, a chance to melt more clock here and really put the South against the wall.
Melt more clock, Kevin, and also keep the drive moving, keep that potential for another score. All the positive things about a football drive you want to see.
Second down and 8 from the 32. Monkey, a little bit of a hole across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. Good burst from Adam Monkey there as he picks up 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short for the North.
Tim Estudillo in the ball game. Brock Simonson over there on the right side, making an excellent block. Also, Josh Kramer in the ball game up front there. Excellent block. Really clearing the way for Monkey to make that play and give him a short 3rd down play here. 3rd and about 3, is it? 2?
3rd down and 2. Long 2, though, as gauge it from where the ball is spotted, where the first down stick is. 3rd down and 2. The give to Hall, trying to go over to the left side. Sheds 1, sheds 2. He's not going to get away from Jeff Souter, as Souter throws him aside like a rag doll, and it's 4th down.
Hall was able to bounce off just about everybody else, as he did in that play we saw 4 or 5 plays ago. But Jeff Souter again playing with that attitude, so to speak, and he goes over there and rolls him, as Tim Moreland used to say, like a nickel cigar, right on out of bounds. So there he is right there. That's a pretty good description right there, rolling him like a nickel cigar.
Here comes Allegria on again. Remember, they're going into a wind that's 15 to 20 miles an hour right now.
Number 5, I believe, here.
So if he makes it, it's number 5. It's the 5th attempt, or 6th attempt, rather, of the night. He's missed one. It hit the upright. This one will go, boy, it's right in between the 38 and 39-yard line. We'll call it a 49-yarder. Had a tough snap, and that one's not going to get there. It is no good. And Allegria could not come up with his 5th made field goal tonight. Sullivan did all he could to get that snap down, but just couldn't get the timing straight.
Snap kind of rolled in there, and Sullivan just, again, as you said, he couldn't scoop it up, and it just, that play was doomed from the very beginning.
Next Monday and Tuesday, you'll have another opportunity to see top athletes from across Nebraska when NET1 and NET HD presents All-Star Girls and Boys Basketball and All-Star Volleyball. Beginning at 6 Central on Monday, the All-Star Girls Basketball team takes the court, followed by the boys at 8. Then on Tuesday at 7 Central, you'll see some of the best high school All-Star Volleyball players from around our state. See the action live on NET1 and NET HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
First time we've seen this set, Kevin.
3 wide to the left of the line. Van Eperen will set up the screen. And then it's thrown down the field. Catch is made by Oskren. Oskren going to run all the way down towards the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. The screen and then the long touchdown pass. Oskren scoring, but hold on. There's a flag down on the play.
Flag down on the play, and also, well, we'll wait to see about that. But again, the first time we'd seen that set, and Ryan Malachek, I believe it was Ryan Malachek. We'll check it out in a moment here.
Looks like it's going to go against the North, and it may be a touchdown. The South running down to try the extra point. Now, they will likely go for 2 here. They're going to pick up the flag. No flag, and a touchdown pass to Mitchell Oskren. And just like that, the South striking extremely quickly.
Well, again, it was that trip set. Came back on the play. The wide receiver, we'll see it again. Now watch the play downfield on the pass here, just about right there, almost an interception. I believe that was Malachek, but again, just a little bit late getting there. And a great job by Oscar to pick up the foot, catch the football. And then it's a foot race, and he wins the foot race. He can run. He's got excellent speed.
Jim Taverdi, I believe, the man that threw that pass on the second.
I think it was. I believe you're right.
Trips now to the right side as they'll try for 2. Van Eperen in some trouble, showing pretty good mobility on the run, and he'll be stopped short on the 2-point conversion. Well, if there's any question about that ankle of Van Eperen, it was answered there. Good mobility on the roll, but he could not get it across the goal line.
Pressure that time again by Malachek. He just about had that interception on the long pass play. Watch him there, 28. Van Eperen able to avoid the contact there. Now, there's Malachek coming up right there and makes the hit. Good job. And they also got some help, I believe. It looked like 24, Jeff Minnick.
So a 5-point ball game, 18-13, the lead for the North All-Stars with 5:17 remaining.
Still time
in the 4th quarter.
Still time. Anybody's ball game.
Let's go downstairs. Larry Putney standing by with the man who scored the touchdown, Mitchell Oskren.
I'm down here with, down here with Mitch. First of all, Taverdi threw a great ball to you, but tell me what happened then.
It was just a great ball. It was all him, basically. He just put it right there for me, and all I did was just run the end zone.
So you've obviously ran that once or twice in practice. How did it go there?
We ran it once or twice in practice, but no, we just knew we'd have to use it if something like we were down by.
Did it go for a touchdown in practice?
I think it did the first time, but then they kind of caught on to it. So.
Well, it did the first time here too. Nice job.
Thank you.
Mitchell Oskren showing good speed as he motored away from Zabka and was able to get in for the touchdown. The kickoff going into the end zone for the touchback, and so the North All-Stars will start from the 20 with 5:17 to play here in this fourth quarter.
Well, Oskren caught 119 balls in his career, and there's again the drive, one play, 80 yards, kind of like.
Does one play count as a drive? I don't know.
Tonight it does, I'm afraid, but you know, when you're behind, you have a one-play drive, 80 yards for a TD. That's what you really like to see. But great job by Oskren to catch the ball in traffic down there and move out, run the race.
Makovica gets the carry on first down, out near the 22-yard line, a pickup of 2 for Makovica. Stopped by the center of that south defensive line, a big surge up front, and it's second down and 8. Under 5 minutes now to play in this fourth quarter. Still anybody's ball game. The South with all 3 of their timeouts. The North just 1 timeout in their pocket. They certainly don't want to stop this clock.
Not at all. A couple of first downs, very crucial to their success here tonight.
Second down and 8. And not much there for Seth Marouz, maybe a yard, and that's all. Coming from behind the play, Pat Smith making the tackle, the linebacker out of Adams Central.
Thing you keep in mind now, Kevin, it's third down, long third down. If the North has to kick, they're going to punt against the wind, and the South maybe gets good field position. Let's go to Larry Quick.
Well, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Matt Greenway. A lot of these guys have to make some tough decisions about whether to come out and play football or stay with the team they were playing with. You were playing with Union Bank, the Pius baseball team. You saw they won in 12 innings last night on their way to state. How tough was that?
It's tough not to play with them. Actually, I got a time away to go and watch them play, and I sat in the dugout with them and everything, and I saw them win. It was a great feeling. So it's tough not to play with them, but I'm glad they're doing good, and I'm playing state next week, so.
There you go. Well, things going well out here, too. I'll let you get back on the field.
Jeff Souter with the interception and the return into the North territory at the 43-yard line. And just like that, the South All-Stars may be able to put something together and take their first lead.
You bet. Sudbeck dropping back here, has plenty of time to throw it, but Souter playing deep middle and picks off his second interception here in the ball game. Trying to get the football to, I believe, Willie Meck on the play, but Souter again playing that deep middle, and he picks it off and gives his team a golden opportunity in North territory.
First down and 10 from the 43. Sauter lines up in the slot, 3 wide. Sauter gets the catch out of the backfield. He'll run. Sauter across the 40 and brought down at the 38-yard line. Tackle made for the North All-Stars by Josh Kramer.
Same sort of formation we saw, maybe a little wider formation as far as the set on the outside. 3 receivers to one side, but this time it's simply just a screen play over to the left side to Sauter. Short gain on the play, maybe about 4.5, maybe 5 yards, close to that. Second and about 6, 5.5, 6 yards.
Call it 6, second and 6 from the 39. 3:11 to play, and a stop and play as a timeout is taken by the South All-Stars. That's their first charged timeout. It comes with 3:09 remaining in the fourth quarter and an 18-13 lead. Back downstairs to Larry.
Guys, I'm down here with West Side assistant Marty Kaufman, who's helping run the offense for the White Squad. You guys got a little comeback going on.
Yeah, we kind of had some bad field position the whole game. We started on our 1 and on the 20 against the wind, and we're finally getting our timing down and putting the ball up there, mixing it up a little bit.
Well, it's amazing how the attitude over here changed after that one big play.
Yeah, that is. The kids are really up now, and we got about 3 minutes here. Plenty of time.
We might hang with you a little bit and have you tell us what's going on here as you march down the field.
Okay.
Well, Coach Kaufman's Been around a long time, 34 years at Omaha West Side, the last 2 as the head coach. And he certainly knows his football, and we'll look forward to hanging out with him and chatting with him for a bit here. We've kicked off the 2005 football season tonight. That means we're just a few weeks away from the opening of the 2005 Husker season. Join us Tuesday, August 30th for our preseason Big Red Wrap-Up. We'll take a closer look at the upcoming season. Adrian, along with Huskers Illustrated Sean Callahan, will all be there. Big Red Wrap-Up every Tuesday night at 7 Central beginning August 30th with our preseason show right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports. Van Eperen airing it out down the sideline, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Zapka. He's across midfield and tripped up at the 47-yard line. Zapka with the interception on the long pass down the sidelines, in the North in great shape with 2:55 to play.
The Boone Central product is no stranger to interceptions. In his career at Boone Central, he picked off 10 passes in that career in high school. So as you see Van Eperen setting up here, and he lets it fly, trying to get it to that open man down there, but that open man usually is, there's a reason he's open. The corner is playing short underneath, and that deep man is just sitting back there waiting for him to throw the football, as Zapka did. And he got over there. He's got plenty of time to get over, so the throw pretty much ill-advised. You got to get the ball there a lot quicker if you're going to complete that pass, and that did not happen. And Zapka just took the starch right out of that South team offense.
From the 47, first down and 10. Makovica across the 45 and fights his way down to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards on first down. And now for the North, the most important thing is keep it in between the inbounds lines and keep it in the field of play.
Keep the ball on the ground, keep it moving, get a first down or 2, and you got the ball game. That last play on the interception, when you get that receiver down in that corner there, that the cornerback knows he has help to the outside, and so if he gets by that safety, provided the safety's home, the safety's got to be there for sure, but he knows, the corner knows he has help back there. So great communication, great teamwork, great effort for them to pick it off.
Second down and 7. Marouz to the outside. Got a great block out front, and Marouz with great speed. Marouz with a nice cut, and he's down to the 10-yard line. Jake McGlade, that's what sprung that play for Marouz.
Boy, when you got offensive linemen to get out and do that, Jake McGlade from Omaha Creighton Prep, he was downfield, and he made the block, and he just took the back right out of the play, rolled him over. McGlade's going to come around here. See him right there, 64. Now he's coming out. And it looks like it's Howell Burke, that is, that he just popped him on the inside and knocked him down. And it was off to the races there as far as the back goes. Great job, Jake McGlade.
First down and goal from the 10-yard line. 1:50 to play. And a timeout taken by the North All-Stars. That is their final timeout. And Seth Marouz has had a big night. Caught a touchdown pass earlier. Big run there for the North All-Stars. And of course, even more special because the Marouz family, his sister Hillary, was a patient at the Shriners Hospital in Minneapolis for 14 years. And seems fitting that Seth Marouz would have this kind of a night here at the Shrine Bowl. If you'd like a DVD of this 2005 Shrine Bowl, log on to netnebraska.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NET Television is Nebraska's home for sports. Now with just a minute 49 remaining and a first down and goal from the 10-yard line, the South with 2 timeouts left. See what they can do here.
Yeah, they need to hold, obviously. The only way they have a chance here is if the North team just chokes it up or coughs one up or gives it away here somehow, Kevin. But again, it appears they have this ball game in control if they just handle the football and manage this time that's left here. Jake McGlade, we talked about his dancing ability. Well, he danced off that left guard position, came around, stepped around, led the play up inside, and then danced all over the back there, Howell Burke, to set up that long run by Marouz.
Not sure Joe Howell Burke wants to be Jake McGlade's dance partner anymore tonight. First down and goal from the 10. And nothing doing for Austin Vermeline. He is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Jared Gable from Papillion La Vista leads the way for the South.
Vermeline looked like he was on a pogo stick there for a while, just bouncing around on one leg. Going back. His progress will be measured up to about the, just inside or outside the 10-yard line.
Lost about a half
Lost
yard.
about a yard, yeah, half a yard.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from right there for the North. Clock running, 1:15 to play. Sudbeck, the give to Marouz. Marouz trying to pick his way upfield. He's inside the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. And now the South will use its 2nd timeout. It comes with 1:04 to play in this 4th quarter.
Question is, what do we have here? We have third and 9, or
3rd and goal from the 9.
3rd and goal from the 9. The question is, if they're not successful, will we see Allegria again? A field goal settles the issue. I would think they probably do it.
I would think make it an 8-point game and then cross your fingers that your defense would have a shot to stop the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Right.
18-13, 3rd and 9, 1:04 remaining in this 4th quarter. 1 timeout left for the South All-Stars. And you figure if 3rd and goal from the 9 is not converted, that timeout will be used, unless it's an incomplete pass, and try to get the ball back after a field goal attempt with about 50 seconds or so to play.
Well, it's been a very interesting game tonight. It was a game that, as we've talked about a couple of times, with the field position that the North has had all evening, or all afternoon, all evening, you would have expected them to really lengthen the score on the South team. That has not happened. It's a very competitive ball game, 5-point ball game right now. And we'll see what happens here in the last couple of plays with 1:04 left.
Tyler Sudbeck, the quarterback. Shackelford split out wide to the left side. 3rd and goal from the 9. Play fake. Sudbeck in some trouble. Sheds 1 tackle. Sudbeck will try to run. He'll keep it in bounds at the 6-yard line, and he's stacked up there. Clock continuing to run, and now the timeout is used with 52 seconds to play. South will call its 3rd and final timeout. Next Sunday, NET Television has an afternoon of great locally produced productions that showcases this great state, beginning at 12 Central on NET1. Find out how one man photographed the sod house settlers of Custer County in Solomon Butcher, Frontier Photographer. Then at 1 Central, Hear That Train A-Comin' is a look at the yearly journey of the last working steam train in the country. Then at 3:30, the life story of Coach Bob Devaney, Nebraska's legendary football coach. Don't miss the history, the drama, and the beauty of Nebraska next Sunday, August 7th on NET1.
You know, I like that schedule. You see the train A-Comin', and Bob Devaney's right after it.
That's right. He'll sing the song for you.
Oh, my.
4th and goal from the 6.
He really did set the locomotive going in the state of Nebraska, did Bob Devaney.
Yeah, he did all right. He did all right. A couple of national championships and really the foundation for 40 years of unbelievable football.
Absolutely. Jordan Allegria is in the ball game, as we discussed. And for him, this should be a kick that he could make with his eyes closed pretty much. Need the snap, need the hold. See how it works.
Would be his 5th of the night, a 24-yard field goal try by Allegria, and it is blocked. Somebody got a hand on that down there and knocked it away, and so the South All-Stars still have life.
Kevin, the laces were to the backside on the snap, and the kicking tee basically went flying also. So a lot of things went wrong on that play in addition to the block. So Allegria not able to get it up and get it over, and again keeps this South ball club in the ball game here with 48 seconds left.
So the South All-Stars will start at the 20-yard line. They need to go 80 yards. Seems to me a moment ago they went 80 yards in one play.
Yeah, that's, again, you've always, as long as there are ticks on that clock, you have hope. Always remember.
Van Eperen, he threw for over 4,500 yards in his high school career. I'd like to throw for 80 more here. From the 20. Pass is caught and out of bounds goes Souter at the 24-yard line. Tackle out there made by Jeff Mimick, who was out there on the coverage of Souter, and it's 2nd down and 6.
Good job by Mimick. Keep that receiver in front. Always keep it with what's happening right now with the time left in the ballgame. You never want to let that receiver get behind you. Obviously, it's a flat pass, but sometimes that'll happen. But Souter gets out of bounds, stops the clock, and gives his team a little more time to get set up.
2nd down and 6 from the 24. Van Eperen airing it out long down the sidelines, intended for Ritten, and it was too tall, incomplete. 3rd down and 6 for the South. 38 seconds remaining in the quarter and in the game.
Would have been a fantastic catch over there by Ritten on the far sideline. Double coverage down that far sideline. The corner had him covered. The safety came over. He was in the coverage. You see it right here. Both guys there to make the play if they need to, but the ball overthrown, and it goes to 3rd down.
38 seconds remaining, 3rd and 6. Too wide left of the line. Souter in the backfield with Robert Wesley in the eye. Van Eperen rolling, in trouble. Allegri has got him for the sack at the 15-yard line. Well, he's done it all tonight. Why not a sack to go with his field goals?
Just say hello and take a look at one of the most outstanding players of the game. He definitely has, they picked 2 people to win those awards here. He's got one of them, I'm for sure. As you see him, boy, he just takes the block on right there. It was number 37, Robert Wesley, trying to block him. No chance there. And then he takes Van Eperen down with a great play.
Last hope for the South. 6 seconds to go. 4th down. Van Eperen in trouble. Gets away from pressure. Fires down the sideline. The catch is made by Souter, and he's out of bounds, but time has expired, and the North All-Stars beat the South All-Stars 18-13.
Well, a valiant effort here in the final stages, the last 3 plays, trying to get the ball downfield. Van Eperen, Souter, all given their hardest to play to make it all work, but just a little bit short, and the North prevails here. The North team that played excellent defense had the advantage with field position tonight, and really used it to pull out a win.
So an 18-13 victory for the North All-Stars. Jordan Allegria will certainly be one of the most valuable players of this ball game tonight. And the North defeats the South by 5 here in this 47th annual Shrine Bowl Classic. We'll have more from Seacrest Field in a moment on NET Sports.
All across the state, Nebraskans use electricity every day. And that electricity is 100% publicly owned. So profits don't go to stockholders, but are returned to Nebraskans. And because the power is supplied to Nebraskans by Nebraskans, it's reliable. Always there when you need us. NPPD, together with your local public power utility.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we're going to take a look at controlling a couple of summer lawn diseases. John Watkins and Jennifer Chalky help us with solutions to summer patch and brown patch. We'll also take a look at keeping your lawn well watered with hose-end sprinklers. All that and your gardening questions answered. You won't want to miss Backyard Farmer, Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, right here on NET1.
Athletes from across Nebraska come together for 2 nights of all-star performances. NET1 and NET-HD presents All-Star Girls and Boys Basketball August 1st. Beginning at 6 Central, the All-Star Girls basketball team takes the court, followed by the boys at 8. Then on Tuesday, August 2nd at 7 Central, see some of the best high school all-star volleyball players from around our state. See the action both nights live on NET1 and NET-HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
Sunday morning at 10 Central Time on NET1. You're watching NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
NET Sports coverage of the 2005 Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic is brought to you in part by NPPD, always there when you need us. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. Along with Adrian Fiala and Larry Putney, I'm Kevin Kugler from Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska. Tonight, where the North All-Stars defeat the South All-Stars in this 47th annual Nebraska Shrine Bowl Classic, 18-13. Our final score tonight, an entertaining ball game made in the South, fighting to the bitter end, but the North comes up with a victory tonight.
Well, First of all, Kevin, I want to commend the coaches and the staffs here and the Shrine Bowl people for really taking care of their business here this afternoon. This was a brutal day in terms of weather with the heat and the wind and all that sort of thing. And you know what? I don't think I saw one cramp on the field. So they did their job. They kept the players hydrated. They kept them cooled off. They rotated people. They took the water break. So well done in that regard, too. And a very, very competitive football game. We saw a lot of great individual effort out there. We saw Jeff Sauter really step up and play very well. And also Jordan Allegri doing a great job kicking, blocking, all the sorts of things on defense. So let's go down to Larry. Larry's got a special guest. Larry, take it away.
Well, I am down here with Jordan Allegria. 12 points, 4 field goals. You had the big block that started off that punt return, and then a sack to end it. That's a pretty complete game.
I don't know. It's I don't know what happened. It's just, I played great, I think. I don't know.
Well, how did you feel about the way you played?
I don't really know. I mean, I have to let it soak in. It's, we'll see how it all is. I want to look at the film and stuff. Like Coach said, you can't judge a game without seeing the film first. So hopefully it'll be good. So
it seemed like on your first 52-yard field goal, you were ready to go for it on 4th down, and then the coach decided to bring you in to kick it with the wind. Did you say something, or did he just say, "Hey, wait a minute, we've got a kid with a leg here"?
Well, all the week he wishes that he said that he had a kicker like me, and I'm just glad he had the faith in me to let me kick, and it turned out all right, I guess.
Jordan Allegria, thanks very much.
All right, thanks.
Well, Jordan, a great night, no question about it, and a terrific performance with the 4 field goals, a new Shrine Bowl record.
New Shrine Bowl record, Kevin, with those 5 kicks. And, you know, you just can't say enough about his performance tonight. He played extremely well on defense, too. A lot of big plays on defense. So let's not forget the long touchdown run, Robert Wesley, that long touchdown run to get his team back in the football game, spark his team with a little effort just to redouble their efforts to get back and make it, get them into the game and make it a competitive game as they did all day. But field position really, as we talked about 3 or 4 times during the course of the broadcast, really was what dictated how this game came out. And the North able to take advantage of that, not full advantage of it, but again, take advantage of it and use it the best that they could, get the field goals, get a couple of touchdowns, and make it to work from there. So again, I commend everybody tonight because this was a very, very difficult day to play this game. And as I was talking to Mike Spears, the Howells coach, who's become we like to see Mike all the time. He's become a good friend, and he said, you know, last time we saw it was too cold to be out on the field, and now it's too hot. But he said, I prefer to be like it was last fall. We all would have, but that's football and stuff. But this is very very difficult. But everybody, a great job tonight to cope with the conditions.
Well, a fun ball game once again, a very competitive ball game. Field position, the big key to tonight's game for both of these teams. The North had the field position. The South did not have it all night long.
Right, and Jeff Sauter contributed some of that. Jeff headed to Nebraska this year, as we heard earlier in the interview. He intercepted a couple of passes tonight, and he just plays this game, kind of plays it the old school way. He's just a tough, gritty competitor, and plays it with a little bit of an attitude. And you know, you like to see that on occasion. He'll have a few things to learn in college, no doubt about that, and that'll all happen. But encouraged by what we see there. A lot of these guys, almost all of them, are all going on to college football, and we wish them the very best in their careers, and hope that we'll see great success out of them as we move along. Read about them as we move along in some of the other Division I and Division II programs.
Well, if you'd like to get a DVD of this 2005 Shrine Bowl, log on to netnebraska.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NET Television is Nebraska's home for sports. Well, a great night tonight, and hopefully we'll all be back here, good Lord willing, next year for another one of these Shrine Bowl Classics. Once again, our final score, the North defeats the South 18-13 for Adrian Fiala, Larry Putney, and the entire NET Sports Production crew. I'm Kevin Kugler. Good night from Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska.